controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo.
And I'm Andrew. This is the very close to the mic edition.
Thank you for being quiet while being that close. It sounds sexy, though.
Okay,
sexy.
let's not go there.
No?
We don't need people writing erotic fan fiction about us.
No, that would be bad.
Please.
Yeah, please don't
Although
do that.
I think by saying that, I've now guaranteed that someone will do it. But, you know.
We'll be modded into a game like Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, God, yeah.
Just our faces coming at you in a horror game.
Yeah.
Something like that. I like it. This is Press Pause, a gaming podcast, episode 48. How are you, my friend?
It's hot as balls in here.
Yeah, it's pretty warm today. Yeah, it's pretty warm. Not as hot as that other day, though.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, it was like 32 Celsius.
Mm-hmm. Which is
Y'all
very
Americans.
warm for, like, the two countries in the world that use Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I don't know what 32 Celsius is in Fahrenheit. My guess is somewhere in the 90s, upper 90s. Is my guess.
Well, human core body temperature, like healthy body temperature, is around 35 Celsius, and it's like 98 in Fahrenheit. So, yeah,
Damn.
probably not far off.
Yeah, it's hot. It's not nice out, and it's very smoggy because of the forest fires. We have like a air quality warning, so it sucks. I went to should I say the nearby city? I don't even know. Should I do that?
Whatever.
I went to Burlington, or like Stony Creek kind of area today, and holy crap, it was almost like fog.
Oh, wow.
The haze was so bad. Yeah, and if you're in an apartment building right now, it just smells like forest fire. The higher you go, the more of that smell kind of like permeates the atmosphere, as it were. Yeah, it's not nice. It's not nice. Yeah, I went to the pool shop. Have you been there?
No.
It's like this big ass store that has like billiards stuff and pools and hot tubs and all that kind of stuff. Very popular. And it looks like it's very innocuous because you see the sign that says the pool shop and you think, oh, it's just a little place that sells pools and hot tubs and stuff like that. And then you get in there and it's so busy all the time. Like we went when it first opened and it was like Disney World.
Oh.
There's like a lineup of people. They're calling your number to assist you because there's so many people, and it's
wow.
like it's huge. It's like an amusement park full of pools, and it's very nice. It's very nice.
Do they have a swimming pool shaped like a pool table with like numbered beach balls in there and everything?
That would be cool. That's a smart idea. I don't know if they capitalized on that marketing.
That one's free, by the way.
Yeah, take that pool shop.
That is my gift to the world because I'm not going to fucking build that establishment.
No, I don't think they need the help though. They're doing real well.
Yeah,
it's crazy busy there. Yeah, we were just picking up hot tub parts. So our hot tub is breaking down. It's getting old in its age. So some of the jets are like breaking and popping out. And just getting some replacements. And then I went to Big Al's Aquarium, which is a kind of a famous Southern Ontario pet store that sells like the one that I went to is famous because it has this like gigantic tank, like fish tank. I couldn't even guess how many gallons. Like it must be like 2,000 gallons. I have no idea. It's huge. It's massive. And back in my day, like they've been there a long time, but back in my day, they had an electric eel and a shark in it. Like a shark that was like probably 5 feet long. So when I went back there, I was hoping to see that tank again. The tank is still there. No shark, no eel.
Yeah, I don't think sharks live that long.
I think I went like 15 years ago. So I don't know how.
Oh, maybe.
It may have outgrown the tank.
Oh,
that's always
also possible.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the eel though. But it was such a cool place to go, and they have like tons and tons of tanks of fish, saltwater, freshwater, everything's really cool. But the thing that I liked most when I went there, I got to get up close and personal with a ferret.
A ferret?
A ferret.
Interesting creature to have in an aquarium.
Oh, so it's not just an aquarium. It's like they've expanded to the point where they're like a pet store of all kinds.
Okay.
There's like a dog grooming station. Like it's
Okay.
huge. Yeah,
Now that makes more sense.
yeah they rake in the money to the point where they've just they've outgrown the aquarium. It's much bigger than an aquarium.
The well-known aquatic ferret.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, but he was so cute. He was so cute. Smells weird though. Ferrets have a unique smell to
Well,
them.
they're animals. Smell is kind of their thing.
It didn't smell bad. It smelled just it. I mean, anyone out there who's smelled a ferret, I'm sure, is going, "Yep, mm-hmm. Yeah." Just
all the ferret smellers are just nodding along. You're like, "Yeah,
yep,
man,
yep,
that new ferret smell."
It reminded me of I watch a lot of like late night TV, like I used to watch like Conan O'Brien, and I still watch Stephen Colbert and stuff like that. And I remember they had this animal that smelled like popcorn. And it's actually true, apparently. Yeah, it smells exactly like popcorn. You smell it, and it's like fresh popcorn. It's weird. I can't remember what the name of the damn animal is, but it's pretty big. Let me see. Animal that smells like popcorn. The binturong. The binturong. It's a bear cat. It's called a bear cat. It smells like popcorn. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Cute little. Well, kind of cute. It looks like a super lazy old mole. It's so hard to describe them visually. You know what I never did? I never turned on the view screen.
Oh dear.
You're supposed to be on me.
I'm gonna be asking a question here.
Mm.
Can you hear the air conditioning unit? Or not? No? Okay, then I'm going to assume that nobody else at home can, because I need that thing on.
Yeah,
because
no,
it is horrible in here.
Hopefully it doesn't show up in post-processing.
Yeah.
I've had that happen before with Call on Wrestling Renaissance.
Oh, yeah?
The strangest sounds got picked up by his mic. He's got a new mic now, so it doesn't happen anymore, but he had a mic that picked up like just a weird... I at one point... I could hear the fan in the PlayStation 3 that was in another room.
That's very strange.
Yeah, he went around like turning things off, trying to figure out what it was, and as soon as he turned off the PS3, I was like, "Oh, he's gone." It may have been coincidence, but I don't think so. Maybe. I don't believe in coincidences. Yeah, it was weird.
Well, it's on the other side of the room, partially blocked by my couch and also by my own body, so hopefully it won't pick up.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. Should be good. And I have headset on, so
yeah.
You know, you'd think I would be able to hear it if it was there. But we'll see. I just won't add the post-processing in for your audio. That way it won't pick up any stray noises in the background.
Right.
Like my cat. Who at the moment is ignoring me, which is okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I really wish my graphics card supported that like intelligent noise canceling shit. But it specifically says not supported on my card. It's in the software. But apparently not on this model. That's
okay. We have noise canceling in Riverside, so
yeah.
Hope it takes care of most of that stuff usually. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some housekeeping before we move into what we're playing. As always, we're on YouTube and YouTube Music. You can get the audio version and the video version on YouTube Music. Just subscribe to the podcast, as it were, just like you do on any other platform. As a reminder, we are no longer on Spotify. Have not had anyone complain, so it will remain off of Spotify until people want it there. Because it's just a lot of work for very little return. So we'll see. And don't forget to join the Co-op Club Discord community server. Link is in the description. All right. Let's get into what we're playing. You don't have anything new to share, to my understanding?
No, I needed to take a break from heavy gaming. It was just
fair.
Like I've played a lot over the last 2 weeks. I needed a break.
Been there. I'm kind of there right now, to be honest with you. I have such an avalanche right now of games, and the backlog is so huge right now, especially after getting the new PC. I'm just like overwhelmed with games that every time I go to play a game, I'm like, I don't know if I have I don't know if I have it in me right now to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like I could be playing this, or I could be playing that, or I could be playing that. It just becomes like this like
Choice
thing.
paralysis.
Yeah, choice
You got
paralysis.
too many options.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is normally not a problem for me. Normally, I'm just like, all right, let's just check them off the list. Let's just go. But for whatever reason, yeah, it's just a little burnt out. But I did manage to play some stuff this week. So I have some updated impressions of a game that I've been waiting a long time for. I'm sure you can guess what that is.
Monster Train 2. There it is.
So I've been playing a lot of it, and really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. It's definitely not a huge departure from the first game, which is totally okay with me, because that first game is just chef's kiss. It's perfection. I realized on a previous show that I've never shown actual like screenshots of it. So here you go. This is a screenshot of the game. Looks very similar to the first game, like very similar. Mm-hmm. It works pretty much exactly the same way. So
it looks kind of like a infinitely more colorful version of Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah, it kind of has that sort of art style, which is very similar to the first Monster Train too. So obviously you can't see the other floors, but the idea of the game is that these are your enemies on the right, these are your units on the left, which you get from putting cards down. You can see some cards down here with units in them, but then you also have cards that are spells and equipment that you can put on units, rooms that you could transform the entire level into something else, and it gives your units some kind of bonuses, or it gives the enemies debuffs. And there's 3 levels. So there's this level, there's one above it, and there's one above that, and then the one above that is your pyre heart, which is basically your it's your life. So if the enemies make it to the top, they can attack your pyre, and that's your health for your pyre right there. And if it gets to 0, you've lost your heart, you've lost your run, your train is destroyed. And the enemies travel up the floors each round. So each round they attack each other, and then at the end of the round they move up to the next level if they survive. And your units stay where they are; they don't move. So you kind of have to like strategically set up each floor to take out the enemies as best you can. But they've added some really cool stuff. So these little lightning bolts here are indicators that those units have abilities or an ability to use, and those are on cooldowns. Those were not in the previous game. Equipment that you can attach to these guys to enhance their abilities even further, that was not in the first game. And the rooms are also completely different, so you can change each level into a different room with different statistics to help you out as well. That was not in the first game. So those are kind of the 3 fundamental significant changes to the gameplay. The rest is basically identical. Each round you have a certain amount of points to use on your cards. As you can see, this guy's got 2 points at the moment, and this is the value of the cards. So if you want to spend them, that's your pool to spend them. You start off with 3 for each round. You spend what you can, and then you end your turn, and then the enemy starts attacking, and you go. And this is the train map, basically. So between the fights, you progress your train along the track. So the train's right here, and it moves up. And at each time you get to each time the battle ends, or you successfully beat a battle, you come to a new fork in the track, and you either go left or you go right, and you get the rewards. You can see there's one here, one here, one here, and one here. So if you go right, you get these 2 rewards. These 2 fade out. You don't get them, and vice versa. And the tracks get more and more complicated as you progress up to heaven, where your train is trying to get to.
Oh.
Yeah, the first game you were trying to get to hell. And now in this one you're trying to get to heaven. Yeah, the story's really just kind of there. It's not the point of the game by any stretch of the imagination. They definitely put more effort into the story in this one, but people play these games for the addicting card nature of them, not the story. Mm-hmm. But I appreciate the effort nonetheless.
I bet you could get to heaven real fast if you just let the bad guys win.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, no, there's a whole story there. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know the specifics of it. I kind of skip it, to be honest with you.
It reminds me of the time I was playing with my niece, and she was like mixing up Play-Doh or some shit. And she's like, "Here, it's a potion that turns you into a ghost." And I was like, "You mean poison?"
Yeah, death. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So in the first game there was 5 decks that you could pick from, which was basically 5 completely different types of gameplay. Um, I think the first game had like frost, fire, healing, this like funky one that I can't even describe because it was so weird. And then what was the other one? Oh, candles.
Candles.
Yeah, so your units are all candle creatures in that one, and they only last a certain amount of turns, and then they expire. And so that was the mechanic of that card deck, was units that expire, and so you would like tie it in with the other decks. So you have to pick 2 decks when you play. So they have symmetry with each other. You have to figure out what that symmetry is.
It's not just about making sure that the train smells nice with like
no, they're not scented
rosemary
candles
and shit.
Yeah, not to my knowledge, not scented. No, living candles, creature candles. I wish I had a picture of them. And then in this game, I've unlocked all 5 finally. You start off with just the first 2, and you unlock them as you play. This one has, oh god, I've forgotten them already. Remind me here. Okay, so there's a magic deck. There is a
Yu-Gi-Oh deck, a Pokemon
Yu-Gi-Oh!
deck.
Yeah, Digimon, Magic the Gathering. Yeah, no. There's like a my favorite one thus far is the last one that I unlocked, which is like a mad scientist deck. So you like it does a lot of randomness stuff. So you use a card and it creates a buff or a debuff that you can use on the enemy or your own units. But it's randomized, so you never know what you're going to get. And if you use more mix cards, then it makes the buff stronger. So it's all about how many cards do you want to use to make that one buff stronger, or do you just want to, or do you not like how that buff turned out and get rid of it? It's very cool. Yeah, there's a fire one. Oh, there's a cool one where it's all about movement. So your units can move on the different levels left and right. So their order it changes. And every time they move, they get a buff. So you want to have them constantly dancing back and forth each turn. It's very, very clever. But I have a long way to go. They have 10 levels of leveling up each deck, which unlocks more cards and more traits and all these kind of additions. And then there's also a hero card that each deck has. So the hero card is basically what you kind of base your whole build on, because it's the most powerful card that you have. So you want to kind of protect it and enhance it as much as you can and build off of that kind of idea. And then when you level up each deck to level 5, you unlock a second hero card that you can select from at the beginning. You can only have 1 hero card. So each deck has 2 that you can pick from once you unlock everything. So the game is deep. It's so fun. It's so addicting. And the one thing I think is much better about this game is that in the first game, the final boss, so all of the bosses that you come across, which is like every 3 levels or every 2 levels or something like that in the track, they all have like 2 or 3 different permutations of that boss. So they all have like 3 different buffs they could get on a run. It's randomized, right? And the final boss had 3 permutations in the first game, but one of them was like OP as fuck. So whenever I was playing that game, so you can tell which version of the bosses you get right at the beginning. It tells you the names of the bosses that you're going to be end up facing, so that you can plan accordingly. And anytime I saw the final boss had that permutation, that bullshit permutation, I just restarted it immediately. Yeah. I'm not even fucking playing against that bitch. Like, it's stupid. This one doesn't have that so far. I haven't encountered anyone that's like, oh, here we go. I got this asshole. I'm never going to beat this motherfucker. Like, you don't get that. Okay. So they've done a lot better job of balancing. With the exception of one card that you get that is fucking OP as shit. I took out the final boss with just this regular card. I was like, I don't think they thought this one through.
Yeah.
I don't think I should be able to beat the boss on the first level, you know. But loving the game. It's fantastic. I'm sure they'll add DLC just like they did in the first game. all kinds of extra stuff. So I have many hours ahead of me for Monster Train 2. Cannot recommend it enough. Although I would say, oops, jumping ahead there. I would say that I would start with the first game first. It's a little simpler. The decks are simpler. There's a lot less complexity in the first one. The first one will definitely prepare you for the complexity of this one. Okay, so that's that. Monster Train 2, doing awesome. And then I tried 2 Game Pass games. Just first impressions, nothing too deep here. So Symphonia, tried this. Here's a screenshot. So I thought it was a Metroidvania going into it.
It looked like one, is it not?
It is, but there doesn't appear to be any combat. So it's literally just like an exploration platformer Metroidvania, which I'm enjoying, but with an asterisk. So I'm not that far into it, maybe half an hour to an hour, somewhere in there. And that asterisk is that the responsiveness of the controls is a little laggy.
Oh, no.
Which is not good for a Metroidvania type game, especially if the platforming is as challenging as it is.
Dude, the fucking Switch version of Bloodstained had an input delay, and it was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I have the PC version, but my sister has the Switch version, and it's... I don't know if they fixed it or not, but when I tried it, it was bad.
Yeah. And this isn't like game breaking. I got used to it, but it's still always on my mind where I'm like, this could be a lot snappier. Yeah. This could be a lot more responsive. And I don't know whether that's just because I'm using the Xbox controller and it doesn't have like the sensitive stick, the sensitive triggers. Like the second that you start pulling down on it, you should get a reaction, but you don't. It doesn't really respond until you get all the way down. That's kind of the way it feels. So it feels like a lagged response. So I don't know if that's a bad coding on the game itself, or if that's just a controller thing. Because for whatever reason, for the platforming, it doesn't seem to use the face buttons, and I kind of would prefer that.
You can't remap them?
I haven't tried yet. Again, I only did like a brief go in, do the tutorial, see how it feels kind of thing. So I'll dive more into it. It hasn't turned me off of stop. Like it hasn't stopped me from playing it. I haven't uninstalled it or anything like that.
Okay. So
I will continue to play it and get some more feedback. Visually striking though.
Oh yeah,
beautiful game.
Great.
Yeah, great audio too. It as you would imagine in a game called Symphonia.
Certainly hope that a game with a musical theme would have good music.
Yeah, I can't tell for sure, but I'm pretty certain that you probably end up playing 4 different characters, because just the way the story happened, it seems like there's this like orchestra of four people that have been split up. It seems like. And this is the guy you start playing as, and he's got a violin, and you play it to unlock certain areas and certain puzzles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
he kind of bounces almost DuckTales style.
Oh yeah,
on his what do you call the violin one?
The bow.
The bow, yeah, the bow. Yeah, he kind of bounces on it like a DuckTales. Yeah, it's cool. Need more time with it, but it's cool. And then finally. Another Game Pass game I tried out. Crypt Custodian. Gotta say, mighty impressed. This game was made by one person.
Oh.
And here's a screenshot from the game. So it is a top-down... How do I describe it? It's a top-down action Zelda-ish game? Not that deep though, I would say. It's definitely more heavy on the action than the puzzles, but there's jumping across platforms, which feels really nice, by the way.
That's good.
I can't articulate why it feels so good, but jumping in a 2D game can really kind of feel funky if it's not done correctly, but it's done very well. Yeah, it's just a sort of a hack and slash melee game where you're dodging, weaving. You have some special attacks. the life bar is up in the top left corner. It's the 4 cats. That's sort of the hearts, I guess. And then that blue jar, when that blue jar gets to the top, you can use your special attack, which you get by hitting your normal attack. So you just build it up. The story's kind of cute. From what I understand so far, anyway, you are a black cat that I think got into some sort of like some sort of trouble, and I think it drowned, and it ends up in purgatory, and you meet this like spirit person. It's like a judge that is standing in front of a door to hell and a door to heaven. Basically, they don't call it hell, heaven and hell, but it's very clearly what it's referring to. And the judge is like, all right, let's look back on your life and see where you're going. So they looks back on your life. You were a cat that was living on the streets. It got adopted by a nice family. And then I guess you escaped. You ran away from home for some reason, got lost. Something happened. The mystery is there of like what happened when he escaped, but he died apparently. And you're about to get into heaven. He's like, all right, you seem like a good kitten. We're gonna put you into heaven. And then he's like, oh wait, there's more. And then he looks at the book and he finds out that when you dropped into purgatory, before you talk to the judge, you have to use this broom to break a bunch of statues to get to him. And so he's like, you broke my statues. You broke my fucking statues. You better keep that broom, because I am sentencing you to eternal janitorialism or something like that in purgatory.
That's so then bullshit.
Right. So he sends him into purgatory, and that's your job basically, is to just like clean up the place. And that's kind of where it all kicks off. So it's very cute, very cool art style. Not very easy, I will say. It's sort of twitchy, like it's fast combat. Okay. So you gotta know when to dodge. You gotta take your time. You can't just walk up to a guy and just go hack and slash. You gotta pay attention to the patterns of the enemies, and there's usually 3 or 4 enemies on screen at the same time. Some are ranged, some are melee, so you kind of got to be ducking and weaving and paying attention. Poke, get in there, poke, do your thing. It's very snappy. I like it, and the fact that it's only made by one guy, very impressive. Mm-hmm. I think I remember actually playing a demo for this game, and I reached out to him on Twitter and said, dude, super cool, super good. I went in with 0 expectations, came out impressed, and he responded to me with a big thank you or something like that. So yeah, I recommend checking it out. I'm gonna continue to play it and see what kind of mileage I can get out of it. And that, as they say, is that. So let's get into the Metacritic check-in, and we've got a couple of things here. So we've got Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo has an update. Last week, it just had some brief reviews, nothing crazy. So now we have a much more significant update. Sitting at an 86.
All right.
Metascore for critics, and a 91 from people.
Oh.
So it seems to be doing very well. Whether or not it's selling well, I don't know. But I want to play that ASAP. Because like I said, I played the demo and was super impressed. Really, really cool. That's the one that's sort of like an ode to the old Zelda games on Game Boy kind of a style. So very cool. We have an update on Elden Ring Night Rain. Elden Ring Night Rain. Sitting at a 77 on the critic score, and a 64 for people. Yeah, it's doing okay.
Yeah, okay seems to be the general opinion from what I'm seeing. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah. I think it was definitely just a capitalization on Elden Ring's success,
I guess.
And I just don't. I don't know that it needed to exist.
No, it definitely did not.
No. they still have they are apparently planning on adding a duos mode so you can play with two people, and they're rebalancing everything, and they're constantly doing updates. So maybe that score will improve over time.
Maybe.
But we'll have to wait and see. Nintendo Switch 2 is out this week, and we've got two Nintendo Switch exclusives, Nintendo Switch 2 exclusives that have been receiving some early reviews. The first of which we are going to talk about a little bit in the news, which is the Welcome Tour, which is that game that was everyone thought was going to be free, but they're charging $10 for it.
Yep.
Critic score is sitting at a 56. User score is sitting at a 33.
Yeah.
Not doing well.
It's basically an interactive instruction manual.
Yeah, not doing well. But it gets worse than that.
Oh.
And we'll get into that in the news. Mario Kart World, on the other hand, sitting at a 90 from critics. But for some reason, a 71 from users.
Strange. I've only been hearing good things about it.
It seems the main complaint from people is that the open world is not what they expected. It's kind of barren and empty, which kind of was my fear, if I remember talking about.
Well, it's a racing game. They're going to focus on, they're going to focus on the tracks, and everything else is kind of set dressing. I'm not saying that it should be like that, but I'm saying that that's what I expected.
I think the problem is that people played Forza Horizon for the last 10 years, and their open worlds have so much stuff to do. Oh yeah. There's collectibles, there's cars you unlock, there's jumps, there's secret races and stuff like that.
You just take your $1 million supercar through people's farmers' fields and shit.
Yep. Yeah. There's a volcano you can go up to. It's pretty cool. Yeah. At least I think I was in 5. It was the one I played. So I've only played 1, and I'm pretty sure it was 5. And it was excellent. It was very good. One of the best racing games I've played in a long time. I just wish racing games were split screen. Some are actually. My buddy and I played Dirt 5 recently. It was split screen. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. But I need more arcade stuff,
Yeah.
But that's it for the Metacritic check-in. That's it. That, as they say, is that, ladies and gentlemen. So, that's not what I want. I have many windows open, ladies and gentlemen. Many windows. So let's get into the news. And there is a lot of Switch 2 news, as you would guess. Although not all of it is specific to the Switch 2. Our first story, again, all of these come via IGN. I don't know if you heard about this one. This one is, I don't know. I'm curious to get your take on this. Voice actor Samantha Kelly discovered that her 18-year tenure as Super Mario characters Princess Peach and Toad was over on Nintendo Switch 2's launch day, when Mario Kart World released without her in it. Kelly may not be a household name, but she has been featured as Peach and Toad in more than 70 games for Nintendo DS, 3DS, Wii U, and Switch since 2007. From Super Mario Brothers to Luigi's Mansion, Mario Kart to Super Smash Brothers, Kelly has provided the voice for 2 of the Mushroom Kingdom's biggest roles, including when her characters took center stage, such as in Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker and last year's Princess Peach Showtime. But you won't find Kelly in Mario Kart World's credits, and after fans sputtered her name was not present, the actor has now confirmed her time as Peach and Toad is over. She tweeted, "Thank you for so many years of friendship and joy. I'm sad that it's over. I truly would have wanted to voice Peach and Toad forever. Nintendo let me know yesterday that they decided to recast these roles." Not sure why they decided to tell her the day the Switch launched.
Yeah,
that feels a little rude.
That to me says that she recorded for the game, and then they ultimately decided to recast her and replace
you have to
her.
think so, right? Because she would have been like,
otherwise she would have been like, I didn't record for this game. She would have known a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that does happen. Recasting happens.
Oh yeah.
It definitely would have been nice of them to give her a little bit more advance warning that they've gone in a different direction. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't always happen, unfortunately.
Yeah. Currently, it's unclear who does voice Peach and Toad in Mario Kart World and presumably in other Mario games going forward. Eagle-eyed Nintendo fans have spotted another veteran voice actor also missing from Mario Kart World's credits. Oh, I'm going to butcher the name. I'm going to try. Takahashi Nagasako?
Sounds right to me.
Who has voiced Donkey Kong for 21 years, since 2004's Mario Power Tennis. In this case, fans have noted that Koji Takeda, who voiced DK in the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. Movie, is listed, suggesting that, in this case, Nintendo has aligned with the video game character's grunts with the Japanese voice of his big screen counterpart.
Yeah.
So, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. What other news here we got? Well, let's talk about Welcome Tour, because I kind of teased that.
Yeah.
So, not sure if you've heard about this, but Nintendo's $10 Switch 2 minigame collection, the game that many fans believe should have been free, requires you to own at least $95 worth of accessories in order to complete it 100%. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour is available today alongside the new console and offers a selection of miniature games and experiences designed to show off the new hardware. But this also includes mini games designed to showcase the Switch 2's camera and the extra GL/GR buttons, which are not found on the standard Switch 2 Joy-Con and instead require a charging grip or Pro controller, which of course are sold separately. Oh, and you'll also need a 4K television in case you don't already have one of those or were planning to only play your Switch in handheld mode. 3 minigames require specific equipment, with a camera needed to play one minigame, a controller with GL and GR buttons for another game, and a 4K supported screen needed for one minigame, and a separate tech demo. These experiences are skippable, and the game actually tells you a cheat code to move past them so your progress through the game isn't blocked, but using this method only gives you a silver medal for skipped experiences rather than the game's top tier gold award. And of course, you miss out on actually playing whatever you've skipped. So again, to play everything and get 100% with gold medals, you do need the extra accessories.
Well, I mean, if they require those things, like I don't see what else they could have done. You know, like how exactly are you going to play a mini game that requires the camera without the camera? Like,
why did they bother putting one in if it doesn't come with the system?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I just
I think that's the big question. I think.
I guess to add more value to it if you did buy it. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Like, I don't really see what you would need a 4K TV for. Like, what could that possibly offer other than just more pixels? But
it's actually one of the cooler minigames. So it allows you to play. It's kind of stupid, but it's kind of cool. It allows you to play the original Super Mario Brothers in its original resolution, but on a 4K television.
Oh God! Oh, that's gonna be so tiny.
Yeah, but
you're right. I do kind of like that.
Yeah, but it stretches as you play. So it starts on like the left side of the screen. So it starts like over here, and as you explore the level grows, but you can still see the level that you came from.
Oh.
So it goes across the screen.
Oh,
so like the whole level fits on your TV.
Okay, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that with a 1080p screen, but it would have to. They'd have to change how it scrolls because
Yeah, it wouldn't fit
the length of the TV. But like, I don't know, man. Like, what else are you gonna do? That's like, to me, that's kind of like complaining that you bought a Kinect game and you're like, oh man, now I need to buy the Kinect to play it as well. It's like, well, it's what it's designed for, and it's only one mini game.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know.
Here's an idea, guys. Just don't buy Welcome Tour.
Yeah, like that seems to be the thing. Like I feel like if you bought Welcome Tour, you kind of, you know, you just shouldn't have done that because it's just you know, it's dumb.
People are also complaining about the mouse. So the mouse works well, but apparently it's very uncomfortable for any longer than like 15, 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, it never looked like it was going to be super comfortable.
No. Hopefully they end up having like a mouse accessory that you can
or just let you
without.
plug in a fucking USB mouse.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. All right. However, it's not all gloom and doom. There is some good news about Switch 2. Actually, I'll save that for last. Let's get to the. No. Let's do the good news now. We've doom and gloomed enough. Oh, jeez, Dante, you fell again. He fell on Wrestling Renaissance.
Oh my god.
You're a crazy cat. Well, at least they always land on their feet. And I have a pillow here.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, he's fine. He's just confused.
Mm-hmm.
Are you good?
Is he going to do that licking thing that a cat does when they're embarrassed and they're like, "No, I'm busy. I'm bathing myself."
No, he just stands there like a. Oh, there we go. Now he's not embarrassed anymore. Now he's fine. Now he's going to try and suck up to me. Yeah, I know you fell. Come here so that people don't think that I'm abandoning you. He's fine. Yeah.
Looking as unimpressed as always.
Oh, yeah. You good? All right, go. Okay. Nintendo Switch 2 is out, and fans have been quick to praise the console's improved eShop for adding a handy new feature and for not running like an online storefront built 10 years ago.
That's good.
Up. Yeah. The Switch eShop on the Switch is terrible.
It's a little sluggish, yeah.
A little slow, and it lacked a lot of features that other storefronts have. But not any longer. Load up the Switch 2 eShop now, and you'll be in front of the store's main menu within just a couple of seconds. Browsing is also notably snappier, with the virtual store's various sections and product pages loading nearly instantly. Overall, the new eShop has gotten a very positive response online, where fans have also noted that Nintendo has now added an on-sale filter to the wishlist menu. This new feature allows you to see at a glance which of the games on your wishlist are currently on sale, something that's handy if you're currently tracking a long lineup of titles to buy when they're next on offer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's been, on PlayStation and Xbox and Steam.
It's on Steam, yeah.
Everything else for ages. Welcome to...
They give you a little notification that says, hey, this thing on your wish list is on sale.
I literally just got a notice 5 minutes ago that said there was a game on sale on PlayStation. I can't remember which one it was. Something on my wish list that I've been waiting for. Something's up for pre-order, I think it was. But
what's the fucking point of pre-ordering in the digital age? This is so...
Oh yeah, I haven't pre-ordered anything in like 10 years. It's stupid.
Like when shops were like, "Oh, we need to know how many copies to stock because we don't want to like over or understock." Like I can understand it, but
yeah, yep, not anymore. Although you do get shit.
Like, you do get extra shit. Oh no, I get a gold skin for my gun. Whoop de fucking do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time since I pre-ordered a game. I think the last game I pre-ordered was probably Assassin's Creed 3.
I don't think I've ever pre-ordered anything.
No. I used to be big on it because I would always want the physical copy, and Best Buy was terrible for ordering enough copies, so I would always pre-order it to make sure I got my copy. But, like as you said, now that we're in the digital age, not really a problem anymore. So yeah, the wish list feature is great. The store runs great. It's good news for people. But not all is well in Switch 2 land. With our final story, I'm sure you heard about this, the GameStop problem.
No, actually, I didn't.
Oh God, I'm so happy that you haven't heard of it.
Okay.
So it has the story has been updated since, and it is one store that they've confirmed it's been happening on. So
okay,
it wasn't widespread, but the geniuses at Nintendo and the geniuses at this particular GameStop kind of melded together for a worst case scenario. Let me. I'm just going to show you the first picture of the first two pictures and see if you can tell what the problem is going to be.
No.
Not getting it?
No.
What are these?
I can't tell.
Oh, those are staple marks from where they stapled the receipt to the box.
Oh, that's a box?
Yeah, this is the Switch 2 box.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a sign, like, oh, maybe somebody scratched the poster or something. I was like, is there a spelling mistake? I was just like, oh, it's like a little rip in the poster or something. I didn't even register it.
No, this is the Switch 2 box, and those are staple marks.
Yeah. I mean, I don't give a fuck about the box, but I know some people do.
Yeah, but you might give a crap about your console that the staples hit.
Oh, that's a different story.
Yeah. So as you can see, there are 4 puncture marks.
Very different story.
Yeah.
What hold on. Why is it it so close to the surface of the box? What the fuck? Why would you put it there?
Yeah, so they packaged the console face up at the very top of the package. And the only thing that's protecting it is the sleeve that it's in and that thin piece of cardboard.
Oh my god. No, you put the documentation on top of it at least. It still comes with like a little quick setup like fold out shit, doesn't it? Oh god, come on.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah. No, they put that in the bottom.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it went the Joy-Cons at the top next to the screen, and then you lift it up, and then there's the dock and the cables, and then you lift it up again, and there's the paperwork. Yeah.
How do you fuck that up? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like they haven't shipped enough systems in their entire existence to know this. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But GameStop has done right by the people that they screwed over.
They did.
Yeah, they took stock from other local stores that were like the handout ones, you know, that the people didn't pre-order, and they gave them to the pre-orders.
Yeah.
So, yeah, imagine getting home and looking at that.
God, I'd be so pissed. I'd be so fucking pissed off.
Oh, I'd be mad too. Yeah, so that's hilarious. All right. Good job, Nintendo and GameStop. Epic work. All right, let's get into the next story, which is very interesting stuff. So I'm gonna play. Let's see if this plays in 1080p now that I have a console that can do it.
Yeah,
or a PC that can do it.
The thing that I initially thought was an Unreal Tech demo and Witcher showcase, which is really just an Unreal Tech demo using The Witcher 4.
Yes,
it's CD Projekt came out and later clarified this is not representative of any
gameplay.
Particular section in the game. It's just like they're basically using our assets and what we've built to showcase this, which is cool. It's nice that they clarified that. But when I saw it, it was being presented as though this was like final or at least current like extant content for The Witcher 4, which is kind of misleading.
Yeah, they should have let off with some sort of disclaimer. Oh, there is a disclaimer actually on it at the bottom that nobody noticed. It says technical presentation, not actual gameplay, right at the bottom.
Well, yeah, but like, is this an area that's going to be in the final game? Like, how representative is this? And CD Projekt was like, no, this is purely a tech demo thing. because
Yeah.
that's always there, like as a disclaimer, because they don't want people to be like, "Hey, this was in the preview and it's not
Yeah,
there."
Spider-Man syndrome. Remember that?
Yeah,
the
they
the
always
puddles aren't reflective.
they always put that shit in there now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so aside from that little bit of confusion, which I put more blame on IGN for than anything
Yeah,
else, because I
do too.
texted you saying, "Hey, there's this thing up," and you immediately responded, "Yeah, that's not actual gameplay. That's
Yeah.
CD Projekt clarified." So by the time I even knew it existed, they'd already gotten on top of that, and
Yeah.
IGN hadn't clarified their video or anything. But anyway, yeah. So this is a demonstration of some of the new systems in the latest version of Unreal Engine that's coming out. And it looks pretty neat.
Looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff that developers could have made themselves, but like now they don't have to because Unreal is doing it. I really like the level of detail system that uses voxels at a distance.
For the foliage.
Yeah, and that kind of thing has like sort of been done before, like using like trying to figure out different ways of representing things at a distance instead of just lower poly models. In fact, if I recall, Jurassic Park Trespasser basically like rendered out a flat image of distant objects from the perspective you would have seen them from, and then used that until you got close, which is kind of a neat idea, but has a whole host of other issues, even if it looks okay.
Yeah.
So
I think this is going to show the voxels right here. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So Epic's approach is, hey, we'll use voxels, which sounds like something that could be like not super performant because you're technically rendering like 12 triangles for each voxel, but they don't have to necessarily be actual cubes. Like you looked at that there. They all looked like just flat squares. So they're probably voxels in the sense that they have X, Y, Z coordinates, but I don't think they literally render them as 6-faced /12 triangle cubes. So that is actually really performant. And I've seen that stuff for visual effects before. Like I've seen games that use that kind of stuff for like fire and smoke. They just use chunky voxels at a distance. There's even some games that have used that to do like sort of 3D sprite work to get a retro look in a more modern game. But using it as a level of detail thing is pretty clever, because they say that I mean, we can't hear it because the audio is off, but they say that the lighting will still interact with it. So it will still like be properly shaded. It'll be shaded at a lower resolution because there are fewer samples, but since it's so far out in the distance, it won't matter anyway.
Yeah.
So that's a clever way of doing things. I like that.
That lighting is so good.
Yeah, the lighting system is really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Then the cloth.
Yeah, the cloth is also
impressive.
really nice. The fur and stuff looks good, like on the bear and on the horse it looked good. It's also like they're properly rendering it for different sizes, because the horse has like really short hair and the bear has got really shaggy fur, and they both look appropriately fur like, even though they're different fiber lengths. So that's all really good. I like the snow floating around. I mean that's not a tremendously difficult thing to do, but it looks cool because it's just kind of light snow, just kind of flitting around.
Yeah, looks nice though.
Yeah, like everything here just looks great. It's really colorful, without seeming like sort of overly so.
What do you think of the AI NPCs?
Yeah. That thing that they were, where they have like conversations for them pre-recorded. So like there was, it's a little bit later, but there's like two guys haggling over something at a market stall. It's like fish or something. Yeah. That's the kind of thing that, I mean, that also kind of already exists, but it's usually something that developers would have to build for themselves. Like it now just being like a function of
a
Unreal.
Dynamic thing.
Yeah, that you can just do without having to come up with your own system. That's helpful for creating this kind of stuff. because otherwise, what are you going to do? You're going to have a bunch of generic conversations, well, I mean, that is exactly what you do. Like The Witcher 3, you walk around, you hear the same people saying the same thing all the time, and it's like, yeah, okay, like I get it, but having those little context appropriate conversations and making it easier for developers to implement instead of having to build it from the ground up themselves, that's a nice feature. Yeah, like look at the like the fuzz, the texture on this guy's coat. Even though he's out of focus, like you can see there's like different lengths of fibers, and it looks really nice. And obviously, like they're gonna do their damnedest to make sure that it looks good, but like they ought to, right? Yeah, and I'm really struck.
There's the AI,
the
style.
dynamic conversation thing.
Yeah,
yeah, and like everything here just looks kind of great. Like you look into into like the boxes of stuff, and usually you'll have like a few models on top and then just a textured polygon on the bottom, which is fine. But like everything here, because I assume this is part of their like level of detail thing, is that they'll have like really basic fish, or maybe also built with voxels. Who knows? They didn't really talk about it beyond the tree stuff, but there's no reason why you couldn't use it for anything. Like it wouldn't just have to be foliage. You technically build it out of anything. It might not be out of the box ready for anything. It might be part of like specifically their foliage system, but I imagine you could probably repurpose that. They'd be shooting themselves in the foot if they didn't let you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and this here is them demonstrating the dynamic responses of the AI NPCs. So.
Oh yeah, and then they like spawn a bunch more in and show how smoothly it runs and all. Yeah.
And this is all on a PlayStation 5 base model. They say as well.
Yeah, that was actually a thing you could do in The Witcher 3 in the settings. Was you could crank up or down the crowd density. So it would limit how many NPCs could be part of a scene. So like you could have the city streets be like really busy or just kind of empty, and depending on your performance needs.
Yeah,
but yeah,
very impressive.
Yeah, this looks great. I
will not be fooled by it though. This is just a tech demo.
Yeah,
we'll see how much of this they can actually implement in a game when they have all of the gameplay features in there and all the conversations that they have to make and like all the cinematics. Like, there's a certain amount of space, I'm very curious. This is like the fourth or fifth, I want to say, like tech demo for Unreal 5 that I've seen, and they've all been super impressive. But I've yet to play a game on Unreal 5 that invokes that level of impressiveness. Yeah,
well, the thing is it's going to be a little while before we start to see games that fully implement this, because it's still a work in progress. And obviously, CD Projekt Red has some access to it because they're using it for this demonstration. But like somebody who doesn't have advanced access to the engine, they're going to have to implement it later, or maybe in their next game. I mean, that's that's how it works. But this is always like, this is a preview of what's to come. This is not like, oh, you'll see this in games, next month. It's you'll see this in the next wave of Unreal 5 games that come out, which, Witcher 4 isn't due out this year, so.
No, they said it's still years away, 2027 at the earliest.
Yeah.
They said, so it's going to be a while. But yeah, it looks very impressive. What did you think? I don't know if you saw it. Did you see the conversation AI demo, the separate one?
No, I didn't.
So they had they called it the Mr. Buttons demo.
Okay.
And it was just a first person experience where you're in a room and there's a button in the middle of the room, and there's this like, do you remember Guilty Spark from Halo?
Yeah.
There's like that dude buzzing around near the button, and they were showing how AI is being used to make dynamic conversations with NPCs, and they basically programmed him using AI to do anything and everything he possibly can do to get you to press the button. And when they were running the tech demo, they had someone on stage who was basically having a verbal conversation with the AI, and It was kind of impressive. It only took the AI about 1 to 2 seconds to think about a response and then say it.
Okay.
And while he was thinking, he would make noises, so it wasn't just dead air. It was like he was like, or like some sort of thinking sound.
Okay.
And it was very interesting, very dynamic. None of what the responses were sounded ChatGPT like, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Like they sounded pretty good. I'd recommend taking a look at that at some point. I mean, we can watch it actually if you want. It's a short video. I might be able to bring it up.
Yeah, I'll watch it on my own and have my thoughts about it next week. I very much hope that they're not synthesizing somebody's voice for that, because
it didn't sound like anyone recognizable. I don't know.
Yeah, because I would much rather that a voice actor get paid to do the lines rather than have their voice cloned. I would also like a writer to get paid for writing the lines instead of just having them, come up with it. I'm not super keen on that, but it depends on exactly what they're doing. Like if it's picking from pre-made like dialogue choices in response to what you're saying, that would be
No, he was having a dynamic conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know about that.
Yeah. It's inevitable, I think.
Yeah, well, inevitable doesn't mean that I have to like it.
No, that's true. That's very true. Yeah, I mean, it's I like I said, I think as long as they protect voice actors, they both can live in harmony as long as they do it right.
We'll see.
Maybe save this stuff for like non-important characters and hire voice actors for your main characters. Maybe do that.
I don't know. I like the idea of hiring voice actors for everybody.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. The tech is interesting though. It's worth taking a look.
It's cool that you can make a computer do that.
Yeah.
But
there was another demo they showed off too. What was the other one? I don't remember what the other one was. But these were the two impressive ones for sure.
Okay.
All right. Let's get back to oops. Too many things to open. Let's get back to the news. So we have an update on the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 ads issue.
Yes.
From last week.
Do you remember when ads was just aim down sights? And it didn't have to be this shit like, oh, they're trying to sell me some bullshit in the menu when I'm trying to...
Sell me a bundle.
Yeah, set up my shit.
So Activision has pulled the controversial Call of Duty adverts placed inside Black Ops 6 and Warzone loadouts.
Good.
However...
Oh, boy.
They're insisting they were a feature test published in error. What a load of shit.
Biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard. They were not you know what they were a test of? They were a test of, will people put up with this shit?
Yeah.
That's what they were testing, and the answer was no.
Mm-hmm.
There was no mistake.
Yeah.
There was, let's see if anybody's going to complain. Which is why you should always fucking complain if this shit pisses you off. Because if they don't get any pushback, they'll assume that nobody cares.
Yeah. Yep, they tweeted, quote, a UI feature test that surfaced... Wait, is that right? A UI feature test that surfaced select store content that surfaced select store content in the loadout menus was published in the Season 4 update in error. This feature has now been removed from the live game. So...
Fucking lies. I really wish that somebody could be like actually held responsible, because that is such an obvious fucking lie. Like it is the most transparent, obvious bullshit. Like there's no consequences for these people.
Yeah, you're not the only one who's calling them out. Quote, they do this crap every cycle around this time. Introduce something awful and see if people are mad or not, said one fan.
Yep.
If the outrage is enough, they pretend like it was an accident and remove it. AKA, we saw how much everyone hated it and ridiculed our shameless attempt to include unavoidable ads, so we removed it.
See, it's not just me. Everybody recognizes this as bullshit. Like, it's been done for so long that, like, it's just become normalized. We just kind of accept it and we mock it when it comes out. But, like, there needs to be actual penalties for this shit. Like, I don't know. I don't think they need to be sued or anything, because it's not like they've done anything illegal. But, like, somebody needs to get fired at some point for lying enough times. Like, if you lie to us too many times, you're gone. Fucking get out of here. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. None of us appreciate paying money to people who then turn around and lie to us when they intentionally make the experience worse, and lie about, we didn't mean to make the experience worse. Yes, you fucking did.
Yeah, exactly.
You absolutely did, because you thought it might get you some more money. Fuck you.
Yep. Completely bullshit. Some sad news to get to. Normally we lead off with it, but the Switch 2 stuff was too dominant. So, I'm not sure how you say the name of the studio. I think it's Etra.
Sure.
Etra Games, who is the studio behind Torchlight 3, and who has been working on an unannounced cross-platform action RPG, which is probably Torchlight 4, in the last 4 years since its acquisition, has been shut down. While we don't have an exact number of individuals impacted, LinkedIn has 61 people who list their current job at the studio. Zynga provided a statement to IGN. Zynga has made the difficult decision to cease operations at its Etra
studio. I didn't even know that they owned them.
Yeah, it was a recent acquisition 4 year ago.
Okay.
So, this decision is part of a strategic realignment of the company's resources and priorities. We will work closely with impacted employees. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, well, let's hope that they do that. We've seen proof that it is possible for companies to do that.
Yeah,
we've seen companies do that. So let's hope that they actually do that.
Yeah, and something else I didn't know is that Etra is not the same company that worked on Torchlight 1 and 2. They were shut down, which is why Etra took over for the third game, and that game was bad. I'm just gonna say it outright. I played 1 and 2, both very good games. 3 just felt incomplete.
Yeah, I said, I've played Torchlight 2. It was I don't know. I didn't.
It's good.
It didn't resonate with me at all.
Yeah, the first one's much better than the second one. I think the second one's a lot deeper, but it didn't need to be. You know, they wanted to compete with Diablo.
I tried to like it. And I was just like, this is fine, but I have zero investment in anything that's going on. I'm just killing monsters. I don't care about any of this stuff.
The best analogy or saying that I got when talking to people about Torchlight was, I play Torchlight and all I think about is Diablo, so why don't I just play Diablo?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. They literally hired the guy who made the Diablo soundtrack to do the music for Torchlight, which is why it sounds like it was stolen from Diablo, because it's the same fucking guy.
Well, not only that, but Etra Games was founded by Max Schaefer, one of the co-founders of Torchlight developer Runic Games, and formerly a co-founder of Blizzard North and co-creator of Diablo.
Yeah.
Schaefer left Runic after his fellow co-founders similarly departed the studio and founded Etra under investor Perfect World to work on a Torchlight MMO. Over time, the game's vision shifted, eventually becoming Torchlight Frontiers and then later Torchlight 3. In 2021, Etra Games was acquired by Zynga, leaving Torchlight 3 in the hands of Perfect World and starting work on a new, yet-to-be-announced RPG for cross-platform play alongside CSR Racing. Is that Crash? No, I don't know what that is.
No idea.
And Star Wars Hunters developer Natural Motion. So hopefully everybody lands on their feet.
Yes.
That sucks. They were based in San Francisco. So, good luck to them. I thought this one was kind of amusing, so I figured I'd put it in there. I don't know if you heard about this one. Are the words dog and cat similar enough to cause confusion? Naughty Dog owner Sony thinks they are, and he has used that as the basis of an official opposition to a trademark application for Naughty Cat. Sony Interactive Entertainment has filed a notice of opposition with the United States Patent and Trademark Office against the Naughty Cat trademark application filed by a company called Naughty Cat Co. Limited. This Hong Kong-based company has 2 apps listed on the App Store, both gambling games that promise to reward users with real cash. That's a world away from the likes of Last of Us and Uncharted, but that hasn't stopped Sony's lawyers from baring their teeth and barking angrily at their feline competitor.
Well, I mean, it depends. Do they use any iconography that looks kind of like Naughty Dog? If so, then yeah, I can understand that maybe. If it's nothing like that, then But like this is what companies do. They pursue. It's like didn't Apple like have some beef with Tiger Direct because at one point they released a Macintosh OS called Tiger, and Tiger Direct's like,
oh my
what the
God.
fuck? We've been here long before you started naming your operating systems after cats. Fuck you.
It's a very American thing to do. Yeah. So in documents reviewed by IGN, Sony's lawyers argue that the Naughty Cat trademark is confusingly similar to the Naughty Dog trademark it owns in overall commercial impression and connotation.
No, it isn't, guys.
Yeah.
Unless their logo is that, but it's a cat paw print and the word cat, that's no. If it was, then I could look at that and go, okay.
I wasn't able to find like an actual like logo or anything. Naughty Cat Co. Limited.
Because it's like when people make those knockoff games. Like there was that game that was designed to kind of look like The Last of Us that got put out.
Yeah, which really shut down like 2 days later.
Yeah, that huge piece of shit that was just a giant asset.
The End of Us or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I can't find their logo. But anyway, I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And our last piece of news before we get into our topic of the week is an update to Xbox Game Pass. So, this is your June Wave one. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 Enhanced Editions on Game Pass. Ultimate and Standard. Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition comes out June 10th. Game Pass Ultimate and PC. Barbie Project Friendship. June 11th.
Can't wait to play that.
Why is that on Game Pass? That's so weird.
I don't know.
Kingdom 2 Crowns, June 11th. Game Pass Ultimate, PC Game Pass.
Not to be confused with Kingdom Come 2.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, I like the Kingdom games. They're fun. The best one was the 80s. The 80s one. That was really funny. EA Sports FC 25, June 12th. The Alters, June 11th. That's the one I've been waiting for. FBC Firebreak, June 17th.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, I was at the show. Crash Bandicoot 4, June 17th.
Isn't that the one that nobody cared about?
It's the newest one, yeah.
Yeah.
It was fine. I mean, it's Crash Bandicoot. I don't know why anyone wanted a new one. To be honest with you, it was probably like it might be like super popular and nostalgic, but I don't think it was a game that anyone wanted to play in 2025 or 2024, whenever it came out. And Lost in Random: The Eternal Die, June 17th, which is a side spin-off game of Lost in Random, and I think it's a roguelite, because of course it is. That's what they do.
Yep.
Leaving Xbox Game Pass on June 15th are Dordogna, don't know, Hypnospace Outlaw, Isonzo, Kerplurth. Are these real game names, or am I just like having a stroke? My Time at Sandrock, Rolling Hills, Make Sushi, Make Friends, and Depersonalization. So nothing big leaving on the 15th. All right, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the news. So let's get into The Witcher, or the State of Play, which was on June 4th. I did a live reacts to it. I didn't go deep into my thoughts on everything. just kind of gave my initial reactions.
Yeah, and also, just for anybody wondering if we're going to talk about the Summer of Games, we're recording this episode as that is going on. So it'll be over by the time you hear this, but for us, it's real time, so we can't exactly comment on it.
Yeah, so we're going to have a big show next week, because that's going to include Summer Game Fest and the Xbox Showcase.
Oh, there's an Xbox Showcase as well. Holy shit.
Yeah, they have a big one on Sunday.
Okay.
So, yeah. Going to be a big show next week. So the first thing they showed off was kind of a surprise. I didn't really see it coming. Luminous. A new Luminous game.
Yeah.
And
okay.
From the Tetris Effect guys.
Yeah.
I'm not a Luminous fan, so I can't really...
yeah.
Can't really say much. This was a big PSP game, I think, or a Vita game.
It was sort of like the I don't remember if it was a launch title, but it was early for the PSP, and it was like, this is their big puzzle game.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really seen the appeal. It's not bad, but I find it to be really, you just make squares. I don't think it's, I don't know. It
didn't appeal. It doesn't appeal to me.
It's very basic. Like, it's weird to say that there's a puzzle game more basic than Tetris, but this is it. And it's not bad. I just don't find it particularly stimulating or challenging. Like, it feels like a game I could sleep through,
Yeah. I guess it's a cozy Tetris. I guess.
I would. The thing is, I would like a puzzle game to at least challenge my brain somewhat, and this is just.
Yeah, I agree.
This is just a comatose game. Again, not bad. I just find it incredibly simple.
Yeah, it's not my kind of game either. But it comes out this fall. No specific release date, but this fall for PS5.
I guess if you want to play that on something that's hooked up to your TV and not something that you carry around with you.
It's for PS5 and PSVR too.
Oh, great! Which you also can't play on the bus.
Apparently, Tetris Effect is one of the more popular VR games. So I don't know. I can't vouch for either. But
I also don't like Tetris Effect. I found it incredibly distracting.
I agree. Yeah, it was weird. The next thing up was the return of Pragmata, which blew me away. I was like, what?
It finally showed up.
It's alive!
Yeah.
Capcom's Pragmata. However, I will say, didn't really do anything for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of, air quotes, gameplay. I'm not sure how much of this is even gameplay and how much of it is like, this is what we want gameplay to look like,
I think it's gameplay, because this game's been in development for 6 years.
It's been in development for a while, but it's not coming out until 2027.
Yeah. Why they even bothered to have it at the showcase is kind of beyond me.
Well, I think, honestly, it might be like an investor thing. Like,
yeah.
They might want
it's alive, guys!
They might want to know that this is still a thing being made.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks okay.
It looks fine. It remains to be seen, like, how good it is, but like visually, it looks fine. The
voice acting's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Meh. I didn't think it was terrible. I didn't think it was particularly compelling, but
maybe it's just supposed to be very anime like, but she was like like,
well, she's an android. Or I guess technically she'd be a gynoid because that's female, but she talks like a robot because she's a robot person.
But it was, I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens in 2 or 3 years when this game gets canceled, I guess. Because this thing is so, I cannot believe it's still another 2 years away for this game.
Yeah. It's giving me, you're not going to understand this reference at all, but it gives me Angel's Egg vibes because the little girl looks like the little girl from Angel's Egg.
Yeah, I wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
but the anime people out there, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, the anime people out there will love that I've referenced Angel's Egg.
There you go.
Which is finally getting a North American release after 40 fucking years.
There you go. Yeah, it's... This was kind of baffling. When they said 2027, I was like, oh. My best guess is that this game hasn't been worked on for the last 5 years and that they paused it for some reason and then started working on it again.
Maybe.
Or something fell apart or they rebooted it, something.
It's entirely possible. I mean, it's been in
Because like another
development.
2 years.
Yeah,
like, holy
it's been
shit.
they've been working on it so long that honestly anything could have happened to it in that time.
Yeah. All right, the next one. So the funniest thing happened when I was live reacting to this. I was watching it. I'm like, this is like batshit crazy.
This must be
And
a
then
Suda 5-1 game.
I couldn't nail it until like 5 seconds before it came up that it was a Suda 51 game, and I was like,
oh,
maybe
it's the most Suda shit that there's ever been. Like as soon as I saw this,
yeah.
I was like, oh, this has got to be Grasshopper. This has got to be Grasshopper manufacturer because it looks a lot like the kind of thing they would do. And like the logo really looks like the kind of thing they do. The gameplay looks like a cross between No More Heroes, and Lollipop Chainsaw. So as soon as I saw gameplay, I was like, oh yeah, this has got Grasshopper written all over it. And by the like when they show the Grasshopper logo at the end, I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's kind of what was my reaction was. I was like,
you could have just cut to Goichi Suda, and we would have been like, yeah, okay. There's no point in showing the logo. It is the most obvious shit ever.
My biggest question is like, how do people buy his games? They never review well.
Well, they must because he keeps making them.
It's weird. Like I've never spoken to someone who's like, man, I can't wait for the next No More Heroes or the next Suda 51 game. I'm like, I don't know anyone who likes his games, and yet he keeps making them.
Really? Okay.
I don't know anyone.
I know some people who are huge fans.
Yeah, well, I mean, good for them. You know, it's just way too out there for me. Way too out there for me.
It is basically like, can I make the weirdest, goofiest shit possible?
Yeah.
Like, can I outdo Kojima's weirdness? And the answer is like, in some ways, yeah.
Some ways, yeah, but not as good though. Not as quality, I don't think.
I've never been as big a fan, but I don't know. It's his games have never been 100% my thing. I appreciate the energy that's put into them.
Yeah.
And the flair more than actually playing them. Like I remember playing Killer 7 and thinking like, this is fine, but like I'd much rather that this was like a light gun game. Like I couldn't believe that they didn't re-release it on the Wii. Because they released so many GameCube games on the Wii, but with motion controls. Killer 7 is like made for a light gun type thing. It would have been the perfect game to do that with. And then suddenly it would have made sense instead of an on-rail shooter that you stop and look around in, which is such a weird way of playing.
Yeah. Yeah, so Romeo is a Dead Man coming 2026, which is a big theme of this State of Play 2026 games. So get used to that year coming up. Also, it does say PS5 only right here. I don't know whether it's an exclusive, though. The problem is that Xbox now, when they advertise stuff, they put PS5 logos in their stuff now if it's multi-platform. But PlayStation's like, no, if it's a multi-platform, we only think PlayStation 5 exists. So it's tough to say.
I mean, it'll probably come to PC at some point, if not at launch.
It seems like most of these games are coming to PC as well.
Yeah.
A few of them actually said coming to PS5 and PC, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. All right, next game.
Yeah, this one, I still don't know what the deal with this is. Silent Hill F, a Silent Hill game set in Japan. And it doesn't look bad. It actually looks kind of cool. The weird like
it's very creepy.
Yeah, like the marionette-ish movement of the enemies.
I just got a shiver just thinking about it. I don't even want to see this again.
It looks creepy as fuck. I love it.
No. Yeah.
But I'm like, what does Silent Hill have to do with Japan? Like it's the entire concept of Silent Hill is small town America, and there being like a horror story there. This is like, I'm
sure they'll tie it together. I don't know how they'll do that, but
I mean, I'm not sure that they will. Maybe they're just using the name. Who knows? I mean, maybe they will. Maybe they will. But I don't see how they could at this point, which is obviously this is really early. Yeah. But like, I don't know. It just seems really weird. Like, couldn't you just say from the Silent Hill team and have it be
look at this.
Yeah, this looks great. Now, I will say, this is Silent Hill as fuck. A thing that walks, but walks really weirdly. That is super Silent Hill, because every Silent Hill game seems to have at least one enemy that moves like, like they've got legs, but they're not quite sure how to use them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the weird like jerky like mechanical puppety movement, that's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I'm surprised that hasn't been done more before, because like looking at it, it's like, oh yeah, that looks creepy as fuck. Why hasn't anybody done that? I mean, maybe somebody has and I just haven't seen it, but oh yeah, the pipe, I guess, is also a very Silent Hill thing.
Yeah. They said it's a very melee focused action game. Yeah. More so than Silent Hill 2, they said.
Yeah, everybody seems to find a length of pipe.
Oh god.
With an L bend in it.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, with the cleaver in the back too. Yeah.
It's so creepy, man.
Yeah.
I want to play this, but as I've gotten older and my anxiety level has risen, horror games are much more difficult for me to play. And this is coming from a guy who played Dead Space, and that game is fucking freaky. They got some amazing audio in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this looks really good.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm still confused about the Silent Hill connection, but I guess that it'll either be answered or it won't be when the game comes out.
Yeah. Oh, I think it'll be answered either way. It'll just be whether the answer is yes, there's a connection, or nope, we're just using the name.
Yeah, we're just using the name. Whatever.
Oh god, yeah, this. Oh god.
Yeah.
Look at her face.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, freaky.
That's super gross, and it's exactly.
Do we know what the F stands for yet?
I have no idea.
Maybe it's freaky.
I mean, they're always kind of freaky. That's the whole point. Yeah. Yes, Bloodstained. So I looked at this.
Speaking of Bloodstained,
yeah, I looked at this and I immediately said, "Well, this is either a new Castlevania or the new Bloodstained."
Yeah, it was constantly evoking Castlevania for a while, and then I was like, "This doesn't look like Castlevania," and then I put 2 and 2 together eventually.
Yeah,
it looks co-op.
Yeah,
there's 2 people. Yeah, look at that.
Well, the other thing is that like the cinematic art style there is like so completely different from the in-game. Like I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, that's not a good choice.
2 completely different teams work on this? What the fuck is happening?
I agree. Not a good choice. Yeah.
But I mean, all that matters is that the game plays well, and if it's anything like the first Bloodstained, which full disclosure, I was a Kickstarter backer on, it'll probably be good. It also looks kind of like Elden Ring-ish. Like even the first guy there had the animal over his shoulder, like the one boss in Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess that's just the style now. But yeah, I mean, this looks like it could be cool. I have no reason to doubt these people. The previous game they delivered was quite good. So.
Yeah, no, look, that is very Castlevania-esque. That multi-tier statue thing.
The 3 skull thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good though. I preferred the retro.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
Curse of the Moon or something like that.
Curse of the Moon. I think that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I liked that one better.
I played a little bit of that one, but I played the main game mostly. Yes, this was a Digimon game, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, it said Digimon story right up front here, and I was like, okay. And then you don't see a Digimon
for a while.
I mean, well, you see, like, the little things there, but, like, that could be any kind of creature. You don't see anything that's identifiable as Digimon. Yeah. You're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. We've seen this before. If this
was a Pokemon game, Pikachu would be, like, right front and center.
Yeah.
This looks like Persona / Digimon.
Yeah. It looks visually very cool.
Oh yeah, it looks really nice.
I won't play it, but
I heard that the Digimon Detective Story or whatever the first one was, I heard that was really good. But like I've never been super into Digimon. I did like Digimon World on the PS1. That was cool, but I don't know.
This wouldn't be a problem for you, but the problem for me with the newest Digimon games is that they're not dubbed, and I can't stand subtitles. So
really, that seems weird.
I know that's not the fact that I don't like.
No, the fact that they wouldn't dub it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. I was very confused. Yeah. I booted up. I think it was Detective Story. I booted up and I was like, why is there no English option?
Yeah,
that's weird.
That's really strange because they've usually they've been pretty good because it was a really popular thing back in the day. They were usually pretty good about dubbing this stuff.
Yeah. when I saw this logo, I freaked out because that's the Final Fantasy 16 team.
Yeah.
And then when it did this, I was like,
yeah,
damn it.
It's like, oh, it's just Final Fantasy Tactics again. They're giving it the Tactics Ogre treatment where they put voice acting in it, which, like, okay, sure, cool.
Yeah.
But
I'm just not a tactics fan, as we've talked about many times on the show.
Yeah.
I suck ass at these games, so I just don't play them.
I was really they show in here, like, near the end that, oh, you can play with the classic graphics, and I was like, oh, that's neat. And then they show them, and I'm like, oh, right, those were super low resolution by today's standards.
They don't look that different, though.
No, they've clearly stuck close to the original art style, but man, they were chunky.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Yeah,
there's a picture somewhere.
Yeah, here.
Oh, there it was. Damn it. I had it. Damn it.
We were right there.
Where the hell did it go? There.
Yeah, God, those.
Oh, yeah, they are kind of chunky, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's pretty faithful. I would say to the classic.
Yeah. They've even done the thing where they've vignetted off the side of the screen so that it's not widescreen as much.
Yeah.
Which, okay, sure. Yeah, this is fine. It's just like, I don't know.
When I saw Creative Business Unit 3, I was like, holy shit, are they really doing 17 already? And then they showed this, and I was like, really? Sure, I guess.
I mean, it makes sense. They just did the Tactics Ogre thing. Although, honestly, I don't think it's cool that they're doing this. I kind of feel like this should have been done a long time ago, though.
Yeah, it's so, like, yeah, I don't understand.
It's weird for them to be doing it now instead of.
You know what really annoys me at this point? It seems like everything Square Enix is doing is everything except for Chrono Trigger.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
do Chrono Trigger for the fucking. I'm gonna have a mental breakdown every time I see a Square Enix logo up here. I'm gonna be like, oh, no, fuck you.
Oh, that's like me going, Bloodborne PC port? No.
Yeah, or Silksong?
Which,
nope.
Spoilers, they also didn't announce during this.
No. Yeah, so it was around this point that I started to go, I don't think this state of play is aimed at me as a gamer. Because there's basically been one thing so far that I was like, oh, okay. And that was Silent Hill. And that's a stretch too, because I'm not a fan of the series. And, you know, like I said, horror right now is not really up my alley. So far, I'm kind of like, there's a lot of good stuff in here for other people.
Yeah.
But not me. Okay, let's get into the rigmarole here. They do like a lightning round. Why they show this game again in the lightning round is beyond me.
Yeah,
that was a stupid decision.
I wonder if Phil Lamar is going to be the voice of Ramza in this, like he was in that Dissidia game, which is, like, on the one hand a really weird casting choice, but also he's like a really good voice actor. So
yeah,
but it's just weird to think that the guy who got shot in the head in Pulp Fiction would be the main character of Final Fantasy Tactics, but it's cool. It's cool.
I'm surprised that they haven't made another Dissidia. It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't think that last one was super well received.
Because I played the first one. It was really good.
Yeah. On the PSP, it's great.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I can't remember what they talk about here in this B-roll. Let's see what we got.
Also, is that coming to PS4? Because that looks like a PS4 icon.
Yep. PS5 and PS4.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yep. Oh, yeah, and then we get Baby Steps.
Yeah.
Which we've seen before. Again, not my kind of game.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly, but it's like, it's a
small team.
Yeah, well, but it's like the characters are supposed to kind of look goofy.
Yeah,
that's what I mean when I say it's ugly. Like, the characters look weird, but it's like it's a humorous game. So
yeah, I think it's by the guy who made the that climbing game, that 2D climbing game with the dude that sits in the bowl.
Getting over it.
Yeah.
Bennett Foddy.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yeah, which I didn't play, but I've seen footage, and I think it would make me want to shoot a
it's
puppy.
Infuriating. I don't know if it's as bad as QWOP. That game is really That's
games
the one
designed to make you mad.
That's the one where you move the legs in the like the 100-meter dash thing. It's like a side view thing. You ever play that? It's like a browser game.
Yep. No, I remember that one.
He that guy's made a bunch of browser games. He's got one called Too Many Ninjas that I like, where you're trying to defend yourself from ninjas with throwing stars. You just move your sword. You stand in the center of the screen. You just move your sword around and block.
That sounds vaguely familiar, like Fruit Ninja.
Yeah, it's a very flash game, browser game era kind of thing. And then he's also got one about like blowing aliens out of the airlock in this like randomly generated ship. That was a pretty fun one.
I don't know what this one was. Was this Hirogami? I think this was Hirogami.
So this one is
this
weird.
Looks cool.
This one is weird because at one point, like, it shows you can transform into shit, and the voiceover goes, "You can transform into a paper plane, and you're very clearly a fucking bird." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I turn into a plane. That's a bird." Yeah, see, Here they say you turn into a plane. It's like, planes don't have tail feathers. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, all the other transformations are animals.
Yeah,
have they never heard of paper cranes before? Don't they know that you can make origami birds? Why would they describe that as a fucking plane? That completely took over the rest of the review. Like, it looks cool and everything, but everything else in my brain just stopped and went, "What the fuck do you mean a plane? That's a bird."
Now you know why I was so infuriated over some of those Nintendo directs where I'm like, why are you repeating yourself? Stop! We just watched this trailer.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that gets under my skin for sure. But yeah, no, this game looks really cool. I love the art style. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
September 3rd, 2025. PS5 exclusive. That we know of, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else we got. Oh, yeah.
We got people talking about whatever.
Oh, yeah. Hot Shots Golf.
Everybody's golf. Another golf game. Cool.
Yep.
I will say the same thing that I say every time we talk about video game golf. I like NES Open on the NES. And that's about the limit of my interest in golf video games. And Pac-Man's here for some reason.
Yeah. I hope that it's more basic than everybody's golf was. So, like, Hot Shots Golf was very simple. It was basically just, you go into a menu and you pick a course, or you pick career mode and you go, right? But everybody's golf had this, like, hub world where you're walking around and shit. I'm like, I hate hub worlds. Yeah. Hate them. They are just a lengthy, time-wasting menu.
Yeah, exactly. They're a long.
Hate them.
Like,
but they're so immersive. Yeah, no, they're not.
They look cool, but when you're trying to get shit done.
Yeah. Like, I just want to do a menu and then get into the game.
Yeah, Dragon Ball FighterZ does that. You have to run your little chibi character around to, like, oh, I want to go over here to go into online matches. I want to go here to go into story mode.
I hate that shit so much.
Yeah, it's fast in Dragon Ball FighterZ. You move really fast and the area isn't very big, but I'm totally with you on that. I'd rather just select it from a menu.
100%. Oh, yeah, then we got Ragebound here.
Yep.
Which we already talked about
we
on
get
a previous...
another look at it, which is, still looks good.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I have a feeling that I'm going to buy it and then regret it because it's too hard. Because Blasphemous is, like, brutal, and that's who made this. Who's making this game? So, and Ninja Gaiden's not exactly known for its ease of.
It's not.
So it looks badass, but I feel like it's a game that would whoop my ass, and I'd get frustrated. Yeah, with it.
So right there, they just did the shit from the Messenger, cloud stepping, where you hit something and then you use it to get another air jump. Yeah, the Messenger's great. Go play the Messenger.
Yeah, it's coming out sooner than we thought, too. End of July.
Yeah, that's your birthday.
It's the day after my birthday, but yeah.
All right, it's the day after your birthday.
Oh, and here's Karen. I talked about this last week on the show. So now we have gameplay that you can actually see. Yeah,
if I was climbing a mountain, I wouldn't want to have shit that was stuck out the sides like that.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I didn't meet anybody. Oh, you get ice picks eventually. Cool. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sucks that it's such a long wait, though.
That looks like a fucking still out of Vertical Limit.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
Was it Chris Evans in that movie?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. But yeah, I remember that movie.
I remember that opening scene where the guy the guy's dad tells him to slice the rope, and the sister's like, no,
slice the rope.
Yeah, and it's like, well, like, what are you gonna do? Like, they're either one of them is gonna die or all three of them are gonna die. Yeah.
And the demo is available.
When they took the blood out of that guy and burst the blood bag to make like a stained part of the snow so that the rescues could see them easier. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but those are the two scenes I remember.
I should watch that again.
Yeah. I don't remember disliking it.
No, it's a B movie though, for sure. It's not, it's like Daylight.
I bet the Karen developers are thrilled that we're talking about Vertical Limit instead of their game.
Yeah. No, Karen is great. I played the demo on the PS5 when it came out as well. It doesn't run very well on the PS5 though.
Mm.
It's the frame rate's it's steady, but it's like 30 frames. So I don't know if that's just they haven't implemented the performance mode, or I mean it's not like it needs 60 frames per second.
Yeah,
it's a slow movement game,
but it would be nice to have, especially since you spend most of your time staring at a fucking wall.
Yeah.
It's not like we need to render a lot.
No. But it's great though. Highly recommend it. I would play Jusant first though, to see if you like the kind of game, because this one's a little bit more getting over it in terms of it's like you need patience. A lot more patience in this game than you do. Jusant, you need dexterity, because you have to always be holding one of the triggers to hold onto the cliff.
Yeah.
So if your brain does one of those like, oh fuck, and lets go of both of them at the same time, you're going down. Whereas this one's more about patience and precision and making plans and thinking about where you're going. So yeah, I cannot wait to play that game. I'm super stoked for Karen. All right, what else we got in here? Oh yeah. This is another one that surprised me that it took this long to arrive, and from somebody that makes total sense. This is the Mortal Kombat collection from Digital Eclipse, the guys who made like Shredder's Revenge and there you go, Street Fighter collection, Ninja Turtle collection, Atari 50. Yeah, so not Shredder's Revenge. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually showed that to you when I was over at your place one time. Yep. And this one was fun because they said it's going to have every version, and I was I was literally about to say out loud to my monitor, "Oh man, I can't wait to play the Game Gear version." And before I could even get the words out of my lips, they showed footage of the Game Gear version. Yep. So they knew.
Yeah,
they knew what I was thinking.
Yeah, I like all the behind the scenes stuff too. That's really
cool.
Yeah. Digital Eclipse is just on fire, man.
Yeah, they
do great stuff.
They do good work. Yeah, right here.
there.
That's where they just barely beat me to the punch.
That's so funny. Yeah, an online code. That's cool.
Oh yeah, getting to play like the arcade versions online. That'll be nice.
Yeah. Ed Boon, what a man! Imagine working on Mortal Kombat for your entire life.
Yeah.
I cannot believe he just never made anything different. It's all Mortal Kombat. It's crazy. 2025 at some point. I'm sure it's coming to all consoles.
Oh yeah, it'll be on absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be? Also, it's got Mortal Kombat 4, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because
this one was surprising.
This PlayStation arcade stick.
Yeah, for fighting games.
Yeah, whoop de fucking do.
I mean,
I don't care. I know a lot of people are into.
Yeah, again, this whole freaking like state of play is basically like, well, this isn't for me, but it's cool.
Yeah. Although, like, is that I don't know enough about arcade sticks to know. Is that even like a good layout?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I feel like most people just build their own sticks because it's really easy to get the parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is just Snake Eater.
Yeah, I feel like they've shown this off way too much.
What the fuck was that with the crocodile?
Yeah, it doesn't even look like a croc. It looked like a dinosaur.
Well, hold on. Like, watch the movement of the mouth.
Oh, it's a hat.
Yeah, but the top half of it like phased to the like you use the fucking greater than and less than keys on your keyboard. That'll let you go forward and backward
Greater than and
by
less
frames.
than.
The comma and period. Yeah, you can jump forward or backward frame by frame.
Okay, so we want to go back or forward?
Yeah, go back a few frames. It teleports down. It's so weird. It bothered me so much when I was watching it. Yeah, now play it back and watch it carefully. Oh, you weren't far enough back. Yeah. Anyway, it's not super important. It just looked really weird.
It's gonna bug me that there we go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Yeah, like phased.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
I have no idea.
Like if that was a hologram, I could understand them doing that, but like that's so strange. Anyway, this looks fine. Like Snake Eater was a good game, so this is Snake Eater.
It just sucks that it's unless they've changed it. It just sucks that it's 1-to-1.
It doesn't look like they've changed it, other than it looking better.
Including the loading screens between the areas, which is the biggest complaint that I would have. As a modern gamer. Yeah. It's like I don't want to wait for loading screens between the levels.
Yeah,
like just give me.
They're probably fast as shit, though.
Yeah, but just make it one big area. Like, if you're going to the extent of remaking this game, then why? Especially with how long it's taken. Like, it feels like I've seen the trailer for this game like 100 times at this point.
Yeah.
Did it give a release date? I can't remember. And like, I don't know what the hell this shit is.
Oh, this is the fucking Ape Escape tie-in minigame. Oh yeah, it's this year.
August 28th. Okay, I'm good. Get it out and get it over with already. Like, I don't know what this was about. This looks like I don't know if this was like a hint that there's multiplayer.
Yeah. Well, there was multiplayer in the original release.
See, like I don't know
So maybe they eventually discontinued it. So maybe they're bringing it back. Maybe they're bringing it back.
Oh yeah, and then this was this is the one where I was like, is this Ninja Gaiden 4? Are they showing this off again already? And then at the end, it's
yeah, and I was thinking it was another Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah, but it's Neo.
It's Neo 3.
Neo 3. Which
somehow we managed to get 2 samurai games in this as well.
There's way too many Japanese samurai type games coming out all at the same time.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
It's weird how they all suddenly started making them all at once, but whatever.
Yeah. I'm currently playing Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yep.
And then there's Ghost of Yotei. Did I say that right?
Yotei.
Shit. Yotei. Ghost of Yotei, and then
which they sort of showed during this. It was more of a hey, remember we're making this.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I have some comments on that. Yeah, and then you got Neo, and then there's like Fallen Feathers and Phantom Blade Zero, and like it's too much. They're all starting to blend in together. Ninja Gaiden 4. This is like I was looking at this and I was like, this is Ninja Gaiden 4. Mm. And then I was like, but I don't remember I don't remember samurais in Ninja Gaiden. So like what is happening? And then when I saw the logo, I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I played the demo a couple hours ago. And it's Neo.
Yeah. This is probably what Japanese people say whenever they see a new Call of Duty game announced. Like, oh, why is it so many games about people fucking shooting each other?
Yeah.
So
if you like Neo, you'll probably like this one.
I mean, people liked Neo.
Oh yeah, it's super popular. I played the first one, I want to say, and I really enjoy. Here's my thing, is I enjoy playing every single Souls-like for the first level.
Yeah.
Because it's an acceptable level of difficulty.
Yeah.
And then the difficulty goes.
Yeah, it's the tutorial difficulty.
Yeah, and then you just get fucked and raped up the butthole with the difficulty spike, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm moving on.
Yep.
Every single Souls-like is like that, and it's like, man. Yeah. So I think we can move on to this one. Shocked the hell out of me. This next one, and oh man, I was freaking out.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, VR. What could this be? And right away, I was like, this kind of looks like Thief. But
that's what I was saying. I'm like, is this Thief?
They wouldn't make a VR Thief game, would they? Well, yeah, apparently they would.
And it looks dope. It looks real good.
It doesn't look bad. I mean, it remains to be seen.
Were you a fan of the newest Thief game?
I didn't play it.
Okay. I loved it.
Oh, really? I heard nothing but bad things about it. So I was like, wow. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I absolutely loved it. And this just looks excellent.
Yeah, it'll depend like how in depth it is. If it's a very on rails, like more puzzle solving experience, meh. But if it's just like a full ass Thief game, then I mean maybe.
Yeah. I
guess it would depend on how well everything integrates. But like I remember I saw the rope arrow and I was like, oh, this is probably Thief. And then I saw the water arrow and I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely Thief. And then she takes the eye and I'm like, oh yeah, this is the thiefest shit ever.
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw this logo pop up, I was like, "Oh my god, that makes me want a VR too," but I'm not going to. I mean, and if I win the lottery, I'll pick it up, but
man, you know what Night Dive should do? Fucking Thief and Thief 2, cuz getting those to work on Windows now is I mean, it's not impossible, but I would like to not have to fuck with it. I would like to just be able to click on it and play.
This one confused me and intrigues me. So this is from the guys who made Road 96, which I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, so this game has like a weird time travel / dimensional travel thing where like other players have had an impact if they get to that area of the game before you do, I guess.
I'm not sure how all that like ties in. Like, how do you like?
Yeah, that could either, like, if they figured it out, that could be super fun, and if they haven't, it will probably be dog shit. So
my best guess, did you play Road 96?
No.
So it's basically just a linear, somewhat procedurally generated story of you crossing the United States to get over the border. And it just, every level that you proceed on, you have another encounter with someone. And you make choices, and that affects the outcome of the story. So I think what this likely is...
Was that the sort of cartoonish looking one?
Yeah, you're in a car at the very beginning on a road, like hitchhiking with somebody.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so my best guess is that this is exactly the same thing, except...
That dude looks like fucking... what was the ghost from Ghostbusters 2? Vigo.
Vigo.
He looks like Vigo the Carpathian.
He does. But yeah, I
didn't mean to cut you off there.
It's fine. We have this playing in the background. Yeah, I think it's like Road 96, except the decisions. There are like integrated multiplayer. Decisions where it'll like tie you to someone else's previous game.
And
that they played and make their change. So
what they do will affect what you can do.
Yeah, so
I mean, it could be neat.
It could be neat, or it could come off as like super gimmicky. I just don't know.
There's a lot of ways that this could go wrong, but if it turns out good, I think it could be really cool.
Yeah, cool art style.
So
too.
they're rolling the dice. Let's hope that their design lives up to the premise.
Yep.
Because if it does, it'll be great. Or at least really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and here's the guy talking about Astrobot.
Astrobot getting more maps and stuff. Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of whatever.
I still can't wait to play Astrobot,
sure.
But because Astrobot's... was it Astrobot's Playroom? I think it's called.
The free one Playroom that came with the system. Yeah,
it's amazing. It's so good, dude. Like I can't. Like it rivals Super Mario Odyssey. Like it's.
Well, I didn't like Mario Odyssey, so.
I mean, from a modern standpoint, it's easily the best 3D platformer since.
Man, how fucked is it that she gets shown off here before the Yote?
Yeah, let me tell you. Don't get me started. Oh yeah, that controller's real cute.
Yeah,
I like that controller.
That's fine.
I do wonder what Asobi's working on next, though. Clearly, they've got a side team working on these challenge levels and stuff. I wonder what the main team's working on. This next one was kind of interesting. I'm not really sure what to make of it though.
Yeah, I
Sea of
saw.
Remnants.
Yeah, I looked at this as like, what is this, like Sea of Thieves, but with puppet people? Like, what's going on? Why is this
Well,
the second game we've seen here with puppet looking shit?
my initial
Also,
impression
how
was
is the puppet drowning?
yeah. My initial impression was this is PlayStation's answer to Sea of Thieves, but I don't think it's like tied to PlayStation in any way. So
Yeah, I have no
also
idea.
these graphics are fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, sure, they look great.
Like holy shit. Like look at that.
But like, tell me that you don't look at this and immediately think, oh, this is somebody's take on Sea of Thieves.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. I just hope it's better than Sea of Thieves because Sea of Thieves is cool, but if
it
you
took a while to get there.
It took a while to get there, and you can't play it alone.
No,
it's just not possible. You just can't. You have to play it with at least one other person. Mm-hmm. 3 is definitely the suggested, you know, thing. But look how pretty that looks, man.
Sure.
Very, very pretty. A couple of times I was like, is this a target render or gameplay? I can't really tell. But then I was like, I saw here. I'm like, oh yeah, that's gameplay.
Yeah.
The boat should not speed up that fast.
Yeah. And it shouldn't clip through the water jets coming up. It's fine.
It's hard to tell what kind of game it is.
Sudden like JRPG stuff?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't understand what type of game it is. But it has me intrigued. I don't think it had a release date.
Yeah, the ultra realistic water on the really cartoony Puppet Man. How would a puppet smoke?
You're thinking too hard. Yeah, where's that art? What do they call the end image? There's a name for it.
The title card, the end card.
Yeah, the title card. Yeah, here it is. 2026. Okay.
Also, how in the fuck does that say of? That's a scribble.
Of?
It doesn't say of. It's just a fucking whatever.
Oh yeah.
In the
logo.
This I looked at and I was like, oh yeah, this is the next game.
The Journey guys.
People. Like, this is the.
Yeah, they clearly just took the tech of Journey and were like, let's just make a bigger game.
This show is full of stuff that you look at, you instantly know,
which is good. That means people are having identities, and you know, studios are having identities. But it looks gorgeous.
I looked at this and I almost thought, like, is this Journey 2? Until I saw the water, and I was like, okay, maybe not.
Yeah, they've announced this game already. Sword of the Sea.
I believe they did show it off before.
Yeah,
and it was around this point that I was like, oh yeah, didn't we see this already?
Yeah, so this is not the team that did Journey, just to be clear to people out there. A lot of people get this studio confused with the Journey team. So the Journey team is that game company, right?
Okay.
They did Flow and Journey and Flower and...
Love Flower.
Sky something?
That was the moment right there where I was like, okay, yeah, I want to play this.
Yeah, this looks
It's like if I can do sick tricks off of a ramp instead of it just being like, I mean, as a movement gimmick, I love this kind of shit. Like I love shield surfing in Zelda and all that.
Yeah.
But if I could actually do tricks, I'm like, oh, I don't care if it's pointless. Now I want to play it.
Yeah. And it's coming sooner than I thought too, which is great.
That's super
August
soon.
19th. Yeah, I want to play that. That's what that game company did. This team, Giant Squid, did Abzu, The Pathless, and Journey from the creator of Journey, not the actual studio, but the studio itself made The Pathless and Abzu. Pathless is great. Highly recommend The Pathless.
Yeah, but this does have at least one person who worked on Journey.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Super shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it looks cool. I like the water and the sand both being your travel medium. That's cool.
Yeah. Abzu is very much like Journey. That was their first game. It's basically underwater Journey. Is essentially what it is.
Journey is a really nice looking game. That game still looks fucking fantastic. It's amazing how far an art style can carry you.
Yep.
Even though that game is like, God, that game is fucking, that's at least 15 years old now.
Yeah, and it still looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, so as you see here, it says Sword of the Sea is launching into game catalog, so PS Plus Premium and Extra members will get it on launch, which is nice. After I canceled my subscription, of course. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm not resubbing for one game though.
No.
But I think she has some more announcements for PS Plus stuff here. But yeah, the game looks great. Yeah, FBC Firebreak also coming to PS Plus.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh.
Like, yeah, it's a co-op shooter.
Yeah, I don't know if they've shown off gameplay before or if I just never paid attention to it. Probably because I'd never played Control before this. But it's just funny having like finished Control last week, like literally last week, because I beat it last Friday. The day we
told us all about it.
Yeah. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, this does not look like the kind of game I'd want to play. Like after playing Control, like I want to fucking float around and throw like furniture at people.
Yeah.
That was the fun part of that game.
Yeah, you're the cronies coming in. And,
the fucking people who get killed if they don't have, or just immediately get turned into monsters if they don't have the weird fucking speaker mounted to their chest.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm curious what the reviews are going to be for this. I mean, it looks pretty generic to me.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see what happens. But it's coming to Game Pass or PS Plus as well.
I mean, this part. Could we pause this for a second? Because I want to say something about this. But like, I also have a few more things to say about FBC Firebreak. I think if like the level, because you know how the oldest house shifts, right? Like they're like the geometry in it changes. I think that could make for interesting progression if it happens during gameplay. So there's that. Or if you're going into the what did they fucking call them? Like the areas where other parts of other dimensions leak in. I fucking forget what they called those. They had a specific term for them.
I would know it if I heard it because I just played Alan Wake. So.
Yeah, whatever they called them.
Remnants? No.
It was something.
Yeah, I don't know.
But whatever. That could be cool, but like I don't know if they'll do that during the game, or if it'll just be the layout of the oldest house is different, randomized every time because the oldest house can canonically do that. You know. As for this, so this is fun. This is the PS2 version of Deus Ex, not the PC version. This is the PS2 version, which is weird. Like it's not I mean, I guess it's not a bad version. It's a little bit more simplified than the PC version, but not like substantially. But it's just so weird that they would do that. Like, why not?
Because it's a PlayStation Classics catalog.
I guess.
So PlayStation, they can't put the PC version. These are literally ports.
Yeah,
they're not like, they're not doing anything to
emulation,
them. Yeah, emulation. Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to play Twisted Metal 3 instead of Twisted Metal 2, the better one.
Or Black. I liked Black the best.
I don't think I even played Twisted Metal 4.
No, I don't think so either. Black was 5, I think.
Yeah, they fucking the team that made Twisted Metal 1 and 2 went on to make what was that other game called?
Vigilante 8?
No, it was another one. It was like Rogue something. I fucking forget, but then they handed off Twisted Metal to 989 and it was never really the same.
This one I found weird.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather play the remakes, but I guess if people want the classic experience.
I mean, Resident Evil 2, I really like Resident Evil 2, and Resident Evil 3 has divergent story paths that are not in the remake. So that actually changes. The remake of 3 seemed like really kind of pushed out, because that came out only a year after the remake of 2. It didn't take long. It definitely didn't seem like they put as much work into it. Which is unfortunate, because 3 is probably the one that needed the most work. Yeah, okay, Riven and Mist. Okay, sure. Whatever.
Classics.
Yeah, classics, but like you've got that brand new... Well, are those the classic versions, or are those...
I'm not sure, actually.
Because if that's the new version of Riven that looks fucking incredible, then sure.
I think they're just on sale. I don't think they're included in PS Plus or anything. Oh yes. Yeah. Yes. This one's weird, man. I don't know what to think about this one still.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is Project 007, finally revealed.
Yeah.
It's First Light, James Bond, 007.
From the makers of Hitman.
Yeah,
and it looks a lot like a Hitman game.
it looks like a lot like the not trilogy, new trilogy Hitman games. Because from what it looks almost like Hitman Absolution. I don't know if you ever played that one.
I played the third one. I forget if that was Absolution.
No, Absolution didn't have a number in it, so
okay.
But it looks much more linear. Also, that guy looks a lot like Spider-Man, Tom Holland.
He does look a little Spider-Man-ish.
Yeah. It's definitely not Tom Holland.
Dude, do you fucking remember James Bond Jr.? Because that was the first thought I had when I saw this.
Yeah.
Fucking cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to think of this, man. Like this is when I thought about the Hitman team making a James Bond game. This is not what I had pictured, so I don't really know what to think. It looks more like an action game.
It's kind of what I pictured.
Yeah. But you haven't played the new Hitman games, though.
No, but I know how they play. Like I've seen a lot of that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I just see like how much of it is just third-person shooting? Is kind of what I want to know.
How much of it is like stealth spy shit?
Yeah.
Like I get the sense that they want to distinguish it from Hitman because they don't want to just make Hitman with a James Bond license because then everybody would say, well, that's just Hitman. And that's like there's obviously plenty of shoot 'em up scenes in the James Bond movies, but yeah, I don't know. I have faith in this team though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I need to see a gameplay demo for me to get excited. This did not get me excited. This just got me interested.
Yeah.
But I was kind of already interested, though.
This is what we're working on. This is what we're doing.
Yeah, this is the. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of gives me Uncharted vibes.
A little bit.
I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. It didn't really evoke any emotion in me when I was watching it. I was just like, okay, it's a James Bond game. It's AAA.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think. And it's, once again, another game that's coming next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, pre-order to get
a gold gun.
A gold gun.
That's awesome. There we go. Tune in for a gameplay reveal this summer. So hopefully it's not too long of a wait for that gameplay reveal because I'm very curious, to see more about that. All right. It's time for a rant. So I saw this logo come up and I was like, yeah, it's got to be Ghost of Yotei. Yotei?
Yep.
Yeah, Yotei. And I was like, all right, we're finally going to see some gameplay. All right.
Oh, man. You must have been pissed.
The big finale. Here we go. Let me fast forward through this very lengthy trailer here, just so we can get to the gameplay. Ready? You ready for it?
Oh, yeah.
Here it comes. Here it comes. I saw this growling. I'm like, oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Wait, what?
Hey, we're still making this.
Okay, I know the logo's there. All right. What are you going to show us? What are you going to show us? Wait for it. What? Why did you even bother having it in this fucking thing? That could have been a press fucking release. I was so pissed off. I'm like,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
Oh my god. You have no idea how fucking confused I was. I was like, are you serious?
No, I was confused as well. I was like, this seems like the thing you're saving for the end.
Yeah.
Why are you previewing the preview?
So stupid.
But yeah, I'm not invested in it the way you are. Oh, that was terrible.
Oh. They could have at least given us a fucking date.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, later
it's a month. It's
sometime.
It's within a month. At least lock down the fucking date.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that was so fucking infuriating.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the good stuff. Oh, my head's all tingly now.
Yeah, that was so stupid.
So this is cool.
This is cool, but super confusing at the same time.
Yeah, so I saw this and I was like, wait, what? This isn't Marvel versus Capcom. That was an ArcSys logo.
Yeah, I was very confused. I'm like, why? My biggest question. So clearly, this is a PlayStation Studios game, which means it's an exclusive to PS5 and maybe PC.
I'm sure it'll be on PC. There's no way it won't be.
My question is, why was this given to the BlazBlue guys and not Capcom?
Because the BlazBlue guys are fucking second to none when it comes to fighting game visuals. Look at this. This looks awesome.
It looks fucking amazing. Again, not for me because I'm not a fighting game fan.
Dude, can we pause on a frame that has Captain America in the shot? Because I want to talk about that fucking costume design. Whenever. He's got like a fucking it's like a flight jacket, like a bomber jacket. You know the leather jackets with the with like the wool or like the.
There he is.
Yeah.
Come on out. Oh no, he's gone.
Whatever. But you know what a bomber jacket looks like, right? Yeah. But it's got the Captain America colors on it, and he's got like what looks like the Paris like a parachute straps on him because he's from World War II. Oh, it's such a cool design. I don't know if anybody's done that before. I haven't seen anybody do that before. It looks so good. And like what they go
there we go.
Look at that. That looks sick.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Such a good look for him.
Yeah.
Half flight suit, half bomber jacket. That's so cool.
Yeah. I like Spider-Man's suit too. Very cool.
Yeah, I know, but Spider-Man gets all kinds of cool costumes.
Yes, he does.
Like Captain America, like he usually looks totally lame, but he looks awesome here. Yeah. Like that's so cool. Like I don't like Captain America, and the fact that I'm this hype about his costume design is like, yes. Because they have like a whole behind the scenes thing where they talk about, oh, here's why we chose Arc System Works. It's because they're so good at visual design. I'm like, yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
I totally understand why you wanted to work with them because that's sick. And the Iron Man design, I mean, the little like Gundam tiara on his forehead is a little bit predictable. You see that a lot, but it looks good, so I can't really fault them for putting it there.
I have a question though. What is Tokon?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I was like, why didn't they just call it Marvel Fighting Souls or Marvel?
That might be what it means. Who knows?
Fighting Souls. Yeah, could be.
Maybe.
I thought maybe it meant like tournament. Let's see if I can look it up.
It might actually mean that.
What does Tokon mean in Japanese?
I think the con
fighting spirit, fighting souls. Okay. So, yeah, you're right.
I was going to say I think the con does mean souls. So there you go.
Fighting Souls. Not a great name.
Well, in Japan, it's a fine name, but here it's like, what does that mean? Oh, they put the translation right there.
But I mean, even the translation, I'm like, Marvel Fighting Souls. It's not a great name. It's like
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Yeah, it doesn't exactly roll off the tongue in English.
No,
but
it's definitely not a Marvel versus Capcom, type of.
Yeah, but then you look at Marvel versus Capcom. It's like Marvel versus Capcom: Fate of Two Worlds. It's like,
Yeah.
Also, Marvel vs. Capcom is like such a generic name. I know that's that's what the game literally is, but
it's old too.
Yeah, it's old. But this looks cool. I'm not even a fighting game person. Hell, I'm not even an ArcSys fighting game person. I actually don't like their fighting games. I don't like Guilty Gear. I didn't like Dragon Ball FighterZ because it just plays like Guilty Gear. And I have a feeling this might also play like Guilty Gear. I just don't like playing Guilty Gear, but I love fucking looking at it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's great to look at.
I usually watch the Eve.
Evo, yeah.
Yeah, the Evo fighting stuff because I'm just like amazed at what those guys can do.
There are some very, very unbelievably skilled people who go into that. No. Just the shit that they can do with their
I don't watch the whole tournament. I usually watch the finals just to see just the insanity that occurs in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a huge get for PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think it will move the needle as much as they think it will, though. Especially if it's coming out on PC.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm sure it'll do good for Marvel and it'll do good for ArcSys. Will it do good for PlayStation? I know a lot of people are going to buy it on the PlayStation. The thing is, fighting games don't usually sell that many units.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, a fighting game selling 1 million units is a big deal. Because even though they're so prevalent, they don't actually usually sell that many.
No, they don't. But it is Marvel.
So
maybe it'll attract a wider audience because of that.
Yeah.
It's tough to say.
I just think these designs look fucking cool as shit, man.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. My one complaint about this reveal was it was way too fucking long.
Well, yeah, and they gave over a lot of its time to the behind the scenes interview.
Yeah, it was like 12 minutes long. I'm like,
yeah. It's kind of a cool thing to have, but it shouldn't go in this presentation. It should be its own thing on the Arc System Works YouTube channel, or the Marvel Comics YouTube channel, or the PlayStation YouTube channel, like extended look at Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like an extended look that we didn't need.
Yeah, it doesn't belong here. This is where this trailer should end, and then check out the YouTube channel for behind the scenes interviews.
Yes, yeah. I completely agree. Yeah, I kept watching it. I'm just like, is this really how they're ending the show? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Although, again, I will say, I totally understand their line of thinking that they were explaining in that interview. Is like, yeah, we wanted to work with them because they're world-class designers. Yes, they are.
Yep. And again, 2026. So
yeah.
A lot of big stuff coming in 2026.
I mean, I imagine that they probably, because here's the thing: when you look at how polished this is already, like they've clearly been working on this for a while. I think they probably want to spread it out a little bit so they're not double dipping.
Oh yeah, this. I don't understand what this is. Like why they did this rewind thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Like why did they do that? And then they didn't do anything with it. I was like, what kind of tease was that?
Yeah, I don't know. But I suspect that they maybe don't want to overlap too much with the success of Marvel Rivals. Maybe don't want to put out a new Marvel game quite right away. Yeah. Because Rivals is doing so fucking well for them.
Yeah. So that was the state of play. Again, very little for me in that state of play.
Yeah. Oh, and then they tease you with her again.
Yeah,
right
I
there
know.
For a moment.
First thing you show, fuck you. God, assholes, man.
Yeah. You got to have
the one thing that I really wanted to see, and it wasn't in there. So yeah, from a personal standpoint, I was really let down by the state of play. But from an objective standpoint, they really killed it for a very specific audience.
Yeah, well, they had a lot of there was something in here for everyone except you.
Except for me.
You wanted Ghost of Yote.
Yeah, I mean James Bond was in there, but it wasn't a gameplay reveal specifically. So
it was just sort of a here's a look at it in general.
Yeah, so it was a good show, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the Xbox showcase is going to do much better.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I have a gut feeling that's saying something's coming at that showcase. I don't know, man. There's like a rumbling in the tumbling that's got me going really interested for that.
The last Xbox show that they did, I was kind of like meh on, but who knows? Maybe that means they'll have more good stuff to show at this one.
Yeah. The bar has been set pretty low for me from with PlayStation, so it wouldn't take much for Xbox to blow it out of the water for me at this point.
Can you imagine if they announced that Ghost of Yote was coming to Xbox?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it.
We could see your head explode on the live reaction.
I would probably die. Yeah. Hey, if it's coming to Game Pass, I'd be fine with that. But that's never going to happen. Yeah, it's far more likely that we'll see some announcements.
It'll come to PlayStation Plus, whatever the fuck.
Ghost of Yote? Oh, no way.
Day one.
That's what it should be. That would make PS Plus valuable.
Yeah, for the price increase.
Yeah. I can't believe they increased the price and then they just went to shit after that. We will cover the Xbox showcase next Friday. I will probably, possibly do another live reacts for the Xbox showcase, and we'll also cover the Summer Games Fest next week as well.
I already know over by now. So
yeah, and I know of a big thing that happened that I'm interested in. So, but that is the news. That is the topic of the week. That is everything, which means it's time for
Screenshot Scoop.
Screenshot Scoop. All right, what do we got?
I don't know. Something with a cartoony look. It feels like something I should recognize, but I don't.
Is it Sea of Thieves?
No.
No?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you could type it in and see.
It doesn't look high enough res, I don't think.
No.
But ooh, it's Paper Mario: 1,000-Year Door.
Oh, well, there you go. Boom.
Yeah, that first screenshot was very zoomed in.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. Like, yeah.
Oh man, that pipe would have given it away real quick.
Yeah, great game though. Great game. All right, what else we got?
What fuck! Come on.
A gray screen. Okay, can we just skip?
No. Hold on.
WarioWare.
Snatcher. Just try it. Just try it.
No.
Damn it! Oh, it's Commander Keen. Commander Keen.
Oh wow. No. Oh, it is in Commander Keen.
Invasion of the Vorticons or whatever it's called. Yeah.
There you go.
Played a lot of that game.
That is an ugly game.
Well, I mean, it was like 1992.
Isn't that like close to when Super Metroid came out
though? Super Metroid came out in '94. This is a fucking DOS game, dude.
Oh, is it DOS? Oh shit.
Yeah. This is the game that put smooth scrolling on the IBM PC compatibles. Before that, it was that like chunky ass Duke Nukem 1 scrolling.
Scary.
That's an id Software game.
I hate these grassy foliage shots.
Yeah. I don't fucking know. It could be literally anything.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Sure, why not? Oh. God, can you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, this looks somewhat familiar.
Yeah, it does. 73% though. Those are the hardest ones.
Yeah, maybe it's like Fear 3.
Could be.
Oh, thank God they didn't spell it F3er.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Jesus
it's pretty
Christ.
new.
Bard. What is that?
Oh, it might be Soma.
Okay, go for it. Nope. FPS post-apocalyptic.
That's only 1,000 games.
Yeah.
It's not Fallout, and it's not Outer Worlds, is it? I guess it could be Outer Worlds.
Yeah, it looked like the right era.
No? Whoa. Oh, it's Atomfall.
Oh.
Yeah, I still need to play that game. It looks really cool. I gotta load that up. It's like I said, I'm piled on right now.
Oh, you know why it looked familiar? Because it's the same fucking engine as Sniper Elite.
Oh yeah.
And I recognize that lighting.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, fuck! That looks like a PS2 game.
Yeah.
Maybe Final Fantasy 12. That kind of looks like the sort of street tiling they would have in there. Oh, it's going to be like XII. Yeah, there you go.
Nope. 90% though.
That's about what I would give Final Fantasy 12. Definitely a PS2 game.
Yeah. I don't.
What game has just exit written on it though? I don't know. It looks
90%. That's really high.
Yeah, it looks really familiar.
Could it be one of the Tales games?
I don't know if any of them are got 90%. You could try.
Oh yeah, good call.
I mean, you could try Tales of the Abyss.
No. Oh, PSP.
Oh, that looks like a 2D character.
Yeah. Is this like this has got to be like one of those like tactics?
Yeah, tactical RPGs. Oh, yeah. There was a bunch of those on the PSP. That became the dumping ground for them, which is honestly a good place for them. Oh shit.
Was there a Tactics Ogre on PSP?
No. I would recognize this if it was Tactics Ogre. It looks way better. Oh Oh God! Oh, this is probably one of the hyper anime ones that I haven't played, other than Disgaea. But
And it
it's
got
not.
a 90. Think about that too. That's
Yeah, God,
crazy.
fuck.
That's really
If it
high.
was Disgaea, I'm sure I would recognize it. That's the thing, because I played the shit out of Disgaea.
Yeah, no, it's not this guy. I wish we could see that guy's face.
But it might be another Nipponichi game. Because
Do you have any guesses?
they put so many on there. Oh God.
We still got a bunch of guesses here.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Right. Let's just skip for now.
Fuck. What a. Oh God. JRPG. Yeah, we already knew that.
Yeah, we knew that, bro. All right, might have to skip again.
No. We gotta think of something.
This is out of my wheelhouse. So
yeah. Okay. Well, let me do the heavy lifting on this one. What's another fucking Nipponichi game? La Pucelle Tactics, maybe. LA space PUC. Yeah, there you go. Nope. Oh God. Grandia.
Oh yeah, it kind of looks like Grandia.
Grandia Extreme, maybe. Oh God.
It's not a Grandia game.
Ease.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But which one? Oh fuck. Oath and Felghana.
Nope. Oh, The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero.
The other one that they do. God damn it. I was thinking it could be Legend of Heroes, but when I think of Falcom, it's like Ease is the main thing. That was
This is exactly why I don't like these type of games. They all merge together. It's like, oh, this could be that, or that, or that, or that. It's like not distinct whatsoever.
Yeah, but they're fun.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I see some feet or something.
This looks kind of like, I don't know. I was gonna say Twilight Princessy, but I don't think it has enough bloom.
No, this almost looks like it's like Mars, kind of. Oh, is it Red Faction Gorilla?
No, because what has feet like that in that game?
Unless they're not feet, they might be like some sort of like.
Those are fucking feet. There's no like giant walker in that game either.
Doom?
So, it could be Doom.
The new Doom?
Yeah, maybe.
It's tough to tell if that's like the new Doom or.
Yeah, they don't really.
Yeah.
Well, just put in Doom and we'll see.
Nope. No. 76%.
Oh yeah, definitely not. This almost looks like something pre-rendered now.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
That's
I'm not getting anything from that one.
Maybe it's Martian Gothic. I don't think it's Martian Gothic, but we could always try. Yeah. No.
Oh. Wow.
It's way too recent to be Martian Gothic.
I never would have guessed it was that recent. That it didn't look that good. And this doesn't help me at all either.
Yeah. I mean, could this be this could be the zombies mode in a Call of Duty game?
With that pre-rendered kind of a thing, I don't think so.
I mean, there's like a weird worm thing there. There's I know that there's at least one map in one of those zombies games that has like weird worm things you have to collect. I don't know. I'm as clueless as you are, so I'm just I think it's Black Ops 3 that has that. No.
Fighting game.
Oh, it's Mortal Kombat. That would be Mortal Kombat 10.
Or 11. Nope, it's
Boom.
10. Nice.
Guess what? It was given away by the UI. Can you tell I'm a graphic designer?
Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, I didn't see that. That's funny.
I saw that and was like, oh, yeah, that's fucking Mortal Kombat.
That's awesome.
Oh, fuck.
No idea.
This is some indie game I've never heard of.
Yeah, I'm a skip on this one.
Yeah, skip.
I got nothing. 81.
That's pretty good.
Oh, is this Hollow Knight?
I don't know. I haven't played Hollow Knight. I should do that. It's on the list.
No.
Wow, Silk Song is on there despite not being
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that's weird. This looks really familiar. Oh,
This isn't that new fucking Pac-Man Grimdark game, is it? No.
No, that's Shadow Labyrinth. No, this is Oh wait, maybe not. I think it's got that style.
Well, what are you thinking?
I'm trying to remember the name of the game. I can't remember the name
Shit.
of the game. It's something weird. It's like something with IA at the end. It's like one of those.
Oh, I have no idea.
Let me see if more will jog my memory here.
Oh
no, it's not what I'm thinking.
Oh,
it is a Metroidvania, though.
I've seen screenshots of this somewhere, but I don't remember what it's called.
No,
I have no idea. I know that I've never played this.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is what I'm thinking of.
It's that game. Yeah, what's that game fucking called? Oh no!
It's like Ultra Ria or like Ultra Weird or something like that.
Well, try writing out what you think it might be.
Ultras?
No, that's my fucking icon on Twitter. I don't know why that's a thing.
No, I think that might be it.
You can try.
If I get that.
Okay. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. I didn't know there was a game called that. All right.
Yeah, it's got a really funky art style. I didn't enjoy it. I played it, but I didn't like it. Like, it's really psychedelic.
Yeah.
It's a trippy game. I knew it was like that's so funny. We kind of cheated on that one.
Oh god.
Very old.
Yeah. Well,
maybe DS or 64.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I think it might be a DS game because that looks pixelated from low resolution rather than like a really close up texture. Maybe Animal Crossing.
I was gonna say that or Oh shit! Now I lost it. Fuck. We'll go with Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Animal Crossing Wild World. I know that because that's the last Animal Crossing game I ever played.
Oh,
because
it's definitely not. It's too old.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
It's definitely a point and click adventure.
Okay. Oh.
I don't know what one though.
I don't know. Zach McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders? No, it's not that. It's not that. That's an older game than this.
All right. Yeah, it's definitely a point and click adventure, but I don't recognize it.
No, I don't recognize it either.
Okay, that is not helpful for a fourth picture.
Maybe it's one of those Arthur games. I don't know. No, they're not that pixelated. Oh, it's Beavis and Butthead, but which one?
Which one?
Virtual Stupidity, I guess.
Sure. Wow.
That kind of gave it away.
Yeah, that's just a little bit. All right, what do we got here?
Show the characters.
What's their time limit? Okay. Bayonetta?
I don't think so, but you could try it.
No. Wow.
93. Oh, there's a character on the other side of that chandelier, I think, but we can't quite make them out.
Where are you looking? You sure?
I don't know.
I thought there was.
But it's like they're on the other side of the chandelier, so how the fuck can I tell? I don't know.
I don't recognize this at all.
Looks nice though.
It's gorgeous. 93%. Hold on, we can get this here. No.
Is this pre-rendered? Hard to tell because it looks so good. Oh, this is like a Persona game or something then.
PS3 and PS4?
Yeah, Persona 5.
No, because it also came to PS5.
Okay.
And it definitely did not come to PS3.
No, it did.
Persona 5?
Yes.
It did. Really?
Yeah.
What? How did that game come to 3 different console generations?
Well, because they announced it as a PS3 game way back in the day, and I guess they wanted
that
to
game must have ran like absolute shit.
Probably.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Well, that was definitely incorrect. It's definitely on PS5.
Maybe it wasn't when this puzzle was made.
Oh, right, because this is yes.
Yeah.
We have to remember that.
That is that's Nier Automata.
Really?
I'm 100% sure that's Nier Automata.
Wow. Never would have got that from that. That's crazy. That would have gotten it for me right there.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah. The thing is, I know the look of that game really well, and I also remember that specific area. That's Super Mario 64.
Super Mario 64, yeah. Jesus. Yeah, these early ones are...
Yeah, they put in a lot of really obvious ones. Oh, God, is that Myst Masterpiece Edition? No. It looks way better.
They wouldn't be down that rabbit hole yet. These are much more obvious games, I think. This might be Last of Us 1. Like the before the remake.
Maybe. It just had me thinking of that like forest area from Myst. There you go.
Yeah. That's funny. Ooh.
Oh, this is familiar. I don't think it's GTA 3.
It's very dark.
Yeah, because it made me think of the opening of GTA 3, which takes place at night in the city while it's raining. But I don't think it's GTA 3. We could try GTA 3.
No, 89. What is that?
Oh, God. Left 4 Dead, maybe?
Wow.
It's the graffiti. You know, they leave the graffiti on the walls, like, none of us will survive this.
Wow. And he must have had the poison thing at the time when he was looking at it?
Yeah, there's the boomer pile. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, fuck.
Is this...
Simcopter. It's Simcopter. It's 100% Simcopter. I know the arc of that searchlight. Told you.
Jesus. Holy shit.
I also played the fuck out of that game.
Diablo. Man. All right, last one. Ooh.
Oh, come on. Dragon's Lair.
It might be. No. 89. Well, okay, what is that? we can skip that.
Yeah, we can skip that. There's nothing there. Oh, come on. Fallout 3.
Oh. Is it? I was going to say Red Dead Redemption.
That looks like a fucking nuclear explosion.
No.
Okay, well, that's a castle, so it's neither.
Huh.
Dragon's Dogma 1? Maybe?
Oh, yeah. Could be. I feel like we've had Dragon's Dogma 1 before, though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, Dark Souls.
Woo! All right.
That's okay. So I'm pretty sure that's a boss from the DLC. Oh God, there we go. That would have been really easy to get.
There you go.
Fucking praise this. That's a promotional image. That's not even a screenshot.
And it literally says From Software.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Press Pause, a gaming podcast, episode 48. If you want to find me on the socials, I am at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
I am at Ninjas on BlueSky.
If you want to email us, you can do so at co.opt.podcasts@gmail.com. Don't forget to join the
Co-op Club Discord server. We're in there chatting. Well, Trevor's in there chatting. I'm not.
And Cult 2K is in there, Sim31's in there, a bunch of people. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, all that good stuff. And we will be back next week to cover Summer Game Fest.
The Deadpool VR game that I saw on social media.
And Xbox Game Showcase. and maybe some more stuff. Who knows? We'll see what comes of next week. But until then, get back to gaming.
Indeed.